Yes, guys, welcome back to another episode of the live phone-in. It is Chelsea 3, West Ham United 0, and we are back to winning ways. Not in the best of circumstances, but we did want to grind out a result, and that was the first and foremost mind going into this game, and we played like that. I thought our game management was very strong today. If anything, was the sort of management that we should have done in the Wolves game, we would have got a better result in that match. But I am very happy with the way we played today. We grinded it out. It definitely wasn't a 3-0 performance, but the main thing we wanted was a win. We are now back to winning ways. We have broken that duck against West Ham. We finally got our first win against them in 3 games. We've also finally beaten a side in the top half of the Premier League table, so we can forget about that judge as well, because that's finally been done as well. So all in all, a pretty good performance. I am happy with the way that the result that we've got. It wasn't the greatest of performances, but who cares too much? The fact of the matter is, all we wanted was the W, and the W is what we left Stamford Bridge with. So please, I ain't complaining too much. But guys, before we start this phone in, as usual, if you guys haven't done so already, well, not if you haven't done so already, but if you haven't done so already, hit the like and subscribe button. If you guys want to get involved in the live phone in as well, please DM myself or DM Chelsea Sammy or Blues Fans TV, and we will get you more involved, and we will get you on the live phone as well. Let's get straight into our first guest. Craigo, what are you saying, bro?
I'm back.
Yeah, it's been a long time, man. Glad to see you healthy again.
Thank you very much. How are we doing?
First win in a week. If anything, you might have been the unlucky one in this, because ever since we got you off the phone-ins, we haven't been winning games, so it's good to see you back.
Yeah, my mate commented on that one. So the last time you did a watch-along, we won. And the 3 games that we had, you haven't done watch-alongs for, we've managed to drop points in. So, yeah. Sorry about that.
I'm glad I'm not the first one to notice that.
Yeah, I'll hold my hands up to that one.
Right, talk to me about today, though. How's your thoughts?
We were shit. Yeah, we weren't good, but it doesn't make a difference because we get 3 points. That's the most important thing. You know, as you said, it was by far not a brilliant performance, but we get the dub. So, I mean, how much more can you say, really?
Yeah, like it was obvious after the first goal. I think we dropped back about 10-15 yards, but it was exactly the sort of management that we would have wanted, especially going into game against Arsenal later on in the week and trying to rest players. And also the Ben Chilwell injury, which basically robbed us of a sub very early on into the match. It's understandable that we went out with a pragmatic mindset and we got the win, so I don't care too much.
Yeah, I think it's a bit of a tough one because, of course, the scoreline doesn't reflect the game at all. It does not reflect the game at all. And I actually thought West Ham weren't that bad. I actually thought they were quite decent at times. I said it in my review. I think that they absolutely dominated us in terms of the physical battle, which is where we really struggled. Yeah. Oh, am I in? Out?
Yeah, lag was just going, but you're in.
My lag is playing up so much.
No, to be fair, you're not lagging anymore. You're good. Is it me lagging?
Take me out. Hang on. I'll try and sort it on my end, and I'll see if I can come back in.
Are you sure? Things are going good. I'm not seeing any lag, bro.
I can't hear you to save my fucking life, to be honest.
Okay, is it what? You can't hear
me?
People
hear me.
Okay, now Craigo's disappeared. Right, Craigo, we'll get you back on in 5 minutes. We'll move on. We'll get another guest on for now. Yes, bro. What are you saying?
What's up, Lewis?
I'm good. What are you telling me, bro?
Dude, today was nice. It was a good win. After losing 2 games in a row, it was nice to see us win again.
Yeah, I mean, it was exactly the sort of result that we would have wanted. Oh, Craigo, we'll get you on in 5.
That's the guy.
Right. So, what are you saying?
Nothing. It was just nice to see us win. You mentioned it. We broke the duck against West Ham. For some reason, we couldn't beat them last season. I don't know what it was. It's the curse of Frank Lampard. Used to play for them. Used to play for Chelsea. And now we finally won. And, you know, at first I thought we were getting shades of the Wolves game a little bit with going up 1-0. And then we didn't do jack shit for the rest of the game. And then, I mean, Timo had something else, man. Timo was just something else today. I mean, he was extremely wasteful, but I feel like it's not his fault. I feel like he's just trying too hard. Like he's trying to do everything himself. And I don't think he needs to. A little bit of Timo in the beginning was, I mean, he's winning his penalties. He was just being normal Timo. And now since he's like missed a couple of chances, he's almost being his own worst enemy a little bit. And same with Kai, except today Kai didn't play. And I actually I think he seemed a little sharper when he did come on for like a 10-minute cameo. He seemed sharper, almost slid Tammy in. If Tammy was on the same wavelength as him, he could have had a hat trick right there. But I'm just happy. 3-0 wins, a really good result. We're still pushing to be one of the best defensive teams in the league, up there with Villa, City, and Tottenham as one of the best defensive records so far. And so that's always good to see. I mean, we needed a win because now we play against Arsenal on Boxing Day. You know, with Arsenal, somehow they'll miraculously become prime R9, prime Zidane against us on Boxing Day. So we needed to win today to carry momentum into that. And plus a couple of tough fixtures. I mean, the holiday break has been Chelsea's Achilles heel for like 2-3 years. Like you think about the Sarri era, like it was all going rosy, and then the Christmas period happened, and that's where we started dropping in form. Last season, again with Frank, we were like 12 games unbeaten or 12 wins in a row, and then the Christmas period comes, and then we start dropping again. And so we just need to keep plowing on the pressure on staying consistent, at least not losing the games. Like Wolves and Everton were at least games we should have gone a draw out of, and those 1 points add up, come down the season. And so I think, and what's a little bit annoying too about the Timo thing is Callum and Ziyech were healthy. I mean, Ziyech did play, less so for Callum. Like they were both healthy, and Timo was still playing on the wing, but now I believe they're both hurt, correct? Like they're both injured.
Who's Ziyech and Hudson-Odoi?
Yeah.
Ziyech, I heard, was a late option to potentially start this match, so I'm guessing he should be back for the Arsenal game with that projection.
Hopefully, I mean, as long as those two are healthy, I actually don't want to see Werner playing on the wing anymore, man. I think this has been a failed experiment. I don't think he plays well.
Wings, if I have a bit of potential about him on the right wing, but him on the left wing, I'm finished with. That's not working.
I think both wings he's finished with, because then you're wasting space for Ziyech and Hudson-Odoi when Werner should just be like what Giroud and Tammy is. Depending on the opponent, you start one of them as the striker. If you need someone to run in behind, then play Werner. If you want a combination of a bit of speed, a bit of hold-up play, then you play Tammy. But if you need a hold-up guy that will grind you out the result, then play Giroud. Do not keep shoehorning in Werner on the wing, because it seems like it's doing his head in, because he's having to do so much work. And what makes Werner so successful, like in the Bundesliga, like for the German national team, he's a little bit like Lewa in regards to he just needs the ball at his feet quickly and he slaps it in. That's it. But he's having too much time to think about it, and he's doing dumb shit like he did in that one chance right at the end of the first half, where it was a pretty fair chance, but he had so much space on the ball, and it was a clear-cut chance, and then he doesn't score. But the one at the end where he hits the woodwork, he has less time to think about it, gets out of his feet, slams it. I mean, probably should have just went far post, but just wants to slam it down the middle, I guess. And I just think Timo and Havertz need a break. They shouldn't be the instant starters every game, because it doesn't seem like it's doing them any good constantly starting every game, because in Germany, during this period of time, is the winter break. So this is when they would be resting. In the Premier League, I say I don't even England, but in the Premier League, you have Boxing Day, you have the games during Christmas and things like that. So I think that we just need to give him a rest. I don't think we should be playing it if we don't need to. If Ziyech and Hudson-Odoi are hurt, then sure, play Werner there, because there's no other option. But I don't see why we should be starting them. But I mean, again, 3-0, it's a great result. I guess Werner got an assist. Thing is as much as bad as Werner's season has been, he's getting his penalties, he's getting his assists, but then he's getting slagged off.
That's the thing, man, because he's very here. Is the thing, he phases in and out of games, but he ends up with a goal and assist half the time anyway. So it's like, I don't know, it's really hard because his movement is perfect. It's just the final ball where it's either that or when he gets the ball way too far wide and he's hugging the touchline and he has to do too much because he can barely beat a man and his ball control ain't really all that. It's about movement, it's about getting into the right position, and then it's about taking the shot. But then there's sometimes like where even where he is on the left-hand side, that miss in the first half, I can't give any excuse for that. It was poor.
Exactly. I totally agree as well. And I mean, most people are calling Werner. I don't know if you've seen it. I mean, maybe you have. You're on social media more than I have. He's an over glorified Alvaro Morata.
Timo Missa. Oh, this is so dead. You You have Aubameyang in your squad, so I don't even want to hear nothing from you.
So, like, yeah, people are saying Timo Werner
just slander, man.
Just over glorified Morata. I mean, Kai Havertz. I'm shocked by
Morata's literally trending on Twitter, and it's all just Werner slander.
I know exactly, and then people calling Kai a flop, which is mind-boggling to me. With the Kai Havertz stuff, is he's being called a flop at the age of 21 is mind-boggling to me. How is Werner? I mean, how is Kai a flop? He's 21 years old. He's a long-term investment. It's like there's no winning as a Chelsea fan. Either you get clowned for not giving the young players a chance, and I'm talking about Salah, De Bruyne, Lukaku, and then we sell them, we get clowned for that, but then we actually invest in the youth in Kai Havertz and Timo Werner, but then we get clowned in regards to they're going to be flops. Chelsea fans can't admit it, but Kai Havertz is going to be a flop. How does that work? He's 21 years old. He's played only like 10 games, and he had a severe case of COVID-19. When you get sick, it's hard to get back in shape. Like, come on. I don't think people realize that.
Badly. Like, some people are asymptomatic. He wasn't. He had a lot of symptoms.
Exactly. And it's ridiculous. And he hasn't even played his preferred position. He's sometimes been shoehorned like Timo at right winger and this long-term investment.
Does that mean you're Arteta out? Does that mean you're Arteta out now, Thomas? We shall chat after the game. Well, after the phone-in. We shall talk, bro.
Oh my God. I mean, Arsenal fans, they're in their own problems, man. I mean, I don't know. I don't think Arsenal fans should be worrying about our issues. They should be worrying about their own issues, because right now, Arsenal's a hot mess right now. I mean, as much as we lost to Everton, you guys lost to them as well, and you guys are in a relegation battle. You guys are happy to see Burnley and teams like that dropping points, Sheffield dropping points. So we're worrying about the top half with Liverpool dropping points. You guys worry about Burnley and them lot dropping points. That's how I view it.
Right, let's try and bring this back onto a more positive point.
Yeah,
let's talk about the defense, because defense was sick today. Everyone was amazing. The rest was perfect. Dude, Thiago Silva, like you said, man of the match today. What? Getting him for free, man.
I know. Like, he is the best. As much as people want to say Mendy is, Thiago Silva has been our best signing of the summer, and he's my favorite signing of the summer with Ziyech. The thing is with Mendy is it was kind of a given. It's Kepa. I mean, as long as he makes 2-3 saves, he's going to be an upgrade from Kepa. So I don't want to talk about Mendy, but Thiago Silva.
He didn't dive. He didn't dive. I swear he clipped his own leg for that incident with Bowen for his goal. They called it as a foul. You know where Bowen scored, but they ruled it out as a foul on Silva.
Yes.
But it was Silva clipped his own leg. It was like an accidental clip, and he fell on the ground. They called it as a foul. It wasn't Thiago Silva that did that, was it?
Exactly. Dude, Thiago Silva, I mean, Arsenal will give a hand and a leg to have a defender like Thiago Silva, but they're buying our garbage defenders like David Luiz. I mean,
and Arsenal cannot talk about referees and BS after the FA Cup final. So sorry, mate.
Thiago Silva, I mean, has revolutionized our defense. I mean, that was the signing that we needed as someone that's a leader, because Frank's not a defender. We don't really have, out of all the players we brought back as being part of the club, we didn't really bring we didn't bring JT back, someone like that. I mean, Frank's a midfielder, Czech's a goalkeeper. I believe we have Ashley Cole on board, but he doesn't have that big of a role, and that's how he played his part in the Chilwell signing, because he said we need to push for this guy. We never had someone that could be in this team that is a leader, that has experience, and Thiago Silva has helped us out so much. He's made Zuma a 10 times better defender, and Zuma can be a leader like him in the future. And that's what we want to see. And I wish we could see more of that with Fikayo, but unfortunately we don't see him in it. Doesn't seem like he's getting any playing time in this, which I feel like he would reap from these benefits. But Thiago Silva is the best defender in the Premier League. Simple as that.
Facts. Exactly. And to me, the thing is, though, one player I do want to talk about, Emerson, because I saw him warming up and I was getting so worried. And he had a great performance. Yeah, you know my feelings with both Emerson and Alonso. I think they're both washed, but at the very least, Emerson has one good game in 3 out of him compared to Alonso.
I guess same could be said for Alonso in regards to he scores that one big goal, and I guess that could be that good performance for him too. But I think I never not liked Emerson since we signed him. This is just my opinion. I understand if people don't like him, fair enough. But Emerson, especially during that Europa League run with Maurizio Sarri, I thought he was amazing. And I think he plays well when it's a back and forth game. I don't think he plays well when it's super defensive or super offensive. He needs it to be back and forth. For me, I wasn't too worried about Emerson coming in. What is a little bit bizarre to me is his last season, when we played Arsenal and won 2-1. I remember we brought off Emerson when we were 1-0 down in like the 30th minute, and then we never saw him again. And then now he's kind of reintroduced in the squad. So I'm really curious in why Frank is now wanting him back as that number 2 left back, and now is flogged off.
Alonso is done at Chelsea since that West Brom game. You haven't heard about the stuff that happened, like, what was it? Half-time he got subbed off, and then he went to instead of going onto the bench, he went straight to the coach, and that would have just created a bunch of news and stuff.
Wow, I did not know. I knew his last game was against West Ham.
Yeah, Lampard called him out bad at full time. Apparently, it was one of the big. It was like I don't know how to describe it. He just raged out in bare, and he was just saying, "You're done at Chelsea." So we haven't seen him play a minute since.
Wow, that's bonkers
so
to me.
Basically, he's our number 2 now by default.
It's not even by poor Emerson. It's not by exactly.
That's typical Emerson. Like he got into. I'll be real. When he started playing the most regularly for us, it was because Alonso was getting benched because he was so bad. Yeah. So he's literally just been by default the whole time.
But hey, I mean, for the most part, I'd say 70% of the time, Emerson has been good old reliable. I think he's Mr. Good old reliable, and I think he's done what he's needed to do. He's nothing flashy, but then again, we didn't break the bank for Emerson. He was like, what, a $5 million signing? So, I mean, you can't complain.
20.
He was 20.
Bro, 17, 18, we were on some crazy... Wait, Craig saying further up, it was over 20. 17, 18, we were doing some madness.
Then never mind. Disregard what I'm saying. I thought he was a cheap signing, but never mind.
If he was a cheap signing, I wouldn't care either, but he was 20 million plus.
Then never mind. I mean, he's fine. As I said, I think he's fine. I was quite happy with his performance. I mean, if Chilwell's out. I mean, Emerson can do a job. He's not going to be anything special, but he'll do a job, and it's fair. I mean, it's fair enough. We haven't really quite found that backup outside back for ourselves, but I mean, speaking of outside backs, Mr. Captain himself, Cesar Azpilicueta, had himself a day today. It gave me a little bit of a we don't need to worry about when Reece James will come back. I mean, Reece has been our player of the year, no question about it. But Azpilicueta, he looked like Aspie of old when he plays outside back. Alonso to Arsenal confirmed. Yes, Arsenal.
I'd love to see that though. I could actually
Luis, Mustafi, Alonso, the guy you can't take throw-ins. Oh my God, it would be amazing.
Talk about the worst back 4 in history.
And then, dude, Azpilicueta, man, people thought he was done, but dude, he's so good. He's so underrated, man. I mean, Azpilicueta is probably one of the biggest cult heroes in this past decade for us. I mean, he's one of the bargain signings. I mean, always is consistent. I mean, some of the I remember, I don't know if you remember it, but one of the tackles he made in today's game, I don't know who the winger was, but he just slides, gets the ball, keeps it in play, and then just passes it. Makes it look so easy. And that's a little bit of what I like about Azpilicueta is it adds even more experience on top of what Thiago Silva brings, and it makes, I think, our defense even look more reassuring. My slight issue with Reece James is he bombs forward a lot. Yes, it helps offensively. My problem is sometimes he gets a little lackluster defensively. But with Azpilicueta, he doesn't really bomb forward unless during the times when it was.
Whoever's trying to enter the studio still, right now we have a full studio, so give it like 10, 15 minutes and try again, and we should be able to get you in. But right now we've got 10 max already, so give it 5, 10 minutes and jump back in. But what were you saying?
I was just going to say Azpilicueta, cult hero. Simple as that.
Cult hero, damn right.
Oh, Azpilicueta, I mean, I'd say a legend. He is probably up there as one of my favorite players of all time.
His consistency puts him up there. I don't know if we throw legend only because it depends on what you define as a legend.
What do you define as a legend?
Here's the thing. I look at legends like your Drogbas, your Lampards, Gianfranco Zolas, Peter Oscards. Azpilicueta, I love him, but he's still not at that level yet.
The thing is, though,
he's like the level underneath.
Yeah, I agree with you there. But what I will say, though, is just to be playing devil's advocate, is Drogba, Lampard, Terry, Peter Osgood, all those guys all played during an era of Chelsea when we were extremely successful, where trophies were way more tangible than the era where Aspie started. Well, I think the year Aspie signed was kind of when Chelsea started this inconsistent winning, losing time. But he was always the consistent one, regardless if we won or lost, and he'd still help us win trophies. That's why I maybe put him under that legend category, because when Drogba was playing and all that, we were fighting for Champions League finals back then. But when Aspie's been playing, we've been playing in some seasons in Europa League, some seasons not even in Champions League, some seasons just a round of 16 in the Champions League. There hasn't been necessarily that tangible consistent final runs in big competition. So just the eras are a little different for me. And I think based off the era he's played in since coming at Chelsea, he has won the Premier League in two different defensive positions. And I will say, and I'll always say it again, Van Dijk will wish he ever could do anything like that in his entire life, to play in two different defensive positions and win the Premier League in those two different eras. I think I think most defenders can't even do that. Just to even get a win with them playing out of position. But Azpilicueta can do that. And I love seeing him play every day.
Jeez, well, any final thoughts going into the Arsenal game? Anything else you want to discuss?
I mean, I'm just a little worried about the game against Arsenal, man. It's Boxing Day. It's my personal, as an American, my favorite day to watch Premier League games. After getting a new Chelsea jumper, getting a new Chelsea kit, to wear it the next day on Boxing Day is one of the most special days for me. So I want us to win. Boxing Day is one of my favorite days. But I'm a little worried Arsenal might get their first win in God knows how long against us at the Emirates, and I'm a little worried about that. We need to just grind out the result. That's all I'm saying. I don't care how good looking the game is as long as we win it, because then if Arsenal win, you're never going to hear the end of it, and we need to do one over after that FA Cup final. That's all I will say. And of course, subscribe to Blues Fans TV.
And also, subscribe to Next Gen Pod if you guys haven't done it. Also, shout your socials as well in case I missed anything.
Okay, yeah, guys. For sure, if you like MLS stuff, we're interviewing. We have for the next 8 weeks, this is my Christmas gift to my followers, is we're interviewing homegrown MLS players. Homegrowns, I mean, it's essentially like someone that's an academy player for their MLS team, playing for their first team for the next 8 weeks. We're interviewing one each week, one player. If you guys like listening to that, go subscribe to us on YouTube. Instagram at NextGenPod, Twitter at NextGenPod. Just follow us there and do all that good stuff. But yeah, we're doing previews for Chelsea games as well, because I love talking about Chelsea, because London is blue. They're the best team in England. I don't know who Liverpool are. So yeah.
Jeez, bro. Thanks for jumping on, man. I'll definitely
thank you for having me on, Lewis.
Game.
Yeah, have a good one, all right?
All right, bless, bro. Peace. Right, again, we're having a lot of people who want to jump on the studio. Guys, be patient with it. We got to get the group through, but there's one more space, so whoever wants to jump in now. Ian, are you working now? Oh, it was Nippon. Fair play, Nippon. There you go. What are you saying, man?
I binned off the green screen. We've just got the greenness now.
Hey, green's my second favourite colour, so it's cool. What's your thoughts on today?
I briefly said it earlier. We weren't good enough. But we got 3 points. That's all that matters. I still think we probably need a little bit more height in our team. I thought we got bullied in too many areas. I didn't think Kante played particularly well. I didn't think Jorginho played particularly well. Mount was doing all the physical work against his best mate, Declan Rice. And they popped us in certain areas. And I think that the 3-0 was a really big flattering on us. And, I don't know what West Ham fans are saying, but I'm pretty sure they'll be quite pissed off after this one.
Yeah, to be fair, because they played really well for long periods of time. They kept the game flowing. Their press was incredibly strong, and we were struggling with that for long periods. But with us, it was kind of like we just didn't really get out of first gear for the most part. That's why I don't really think it's a terrible performance, because I don't think I saw Chelsea play at their best. I saw them get one goal and then just protect the lead, which is fine. I'm not complaining too much about it, but that's also why I'm not really too angry about it either. Also, we won 3-0. Like
you do that against a better side than West Ham and you get popped. I mean that's the bottom line of it. But I think for me, the main thing I would probably point out about this particular game is obviously it's actually our next game that we kind of move on to, and people look at that and think Chelsea weren't that good. You know, Chelsea, because we weren't that good, but we win 3-0, and it's one of those things. Arsenal, of course, they got their game again. I think it's tomorrow night or the night. I think it's tomorrow night against Man City in the League Cup. Yeah, they'll have to focus on that, and then they'll have this ability to look at all the stuff that Chelsea did against West Ham, how we played, what we did, how we moved the ball, how badly we pressed, how whatever, and start to basically pick us apart. That's going in their favour rather than going in ours. But obviously, I think we needed this win. So however it came, I mean, we don't give a shit, really. We had to bounce back. We dropped points stupidly. I mean, everyone was going on. I don't know if it happened in your stream or not, but in mine, it was just Chelsea are 8th, Chelsea are 8th, Chelsea are 8th, Chelsea are 8th, Chelsea are 8th. That's all people were saying. and then we go 1-0 up, then we go and get the second, and then the third, and then they just all stopped. We were fifth. This is how nutty this season is. Let's use this game, shit as we were, just build on it. Just make sure you build on it. And the big game, of course, coming up against Arsenal, we've got this little bit of an advantage because we get to see him the day after. Also, I don't know if Aubameyang's playing or not. That'll be a big
don't know,
thing.
but Troops is back in England, so I would put money on him starting and scoring.
We'll ask him when we see him. No, look, I don't know if he's going to be playing. You don't know what sort of system Arsenal are going to be playing. There is so many different scenarios that could happen. Are Arsenal even going to play their strongest 11 against Man City? Yes or no? Who knows? Are Man City going to play the strongest 11 against Arsenal?
I think they will. They might not even
should.
get Europa League places right now. That's their best shot.
Yeah, I think they should. I completely agree that they should. But, this game, people are looking at it and going, well, Arsenal are a relegation candidate team. Let's go on the memes. Let's do that. I mean, me and you, we've ripped the piss out of Arsenal all season so far, and we've very much enjoyed it. But let's not lie.
This is going to be a very good week as well.
Well, yeah, let's not lie. They're a decent side. They're a decent side. They've got decent players that just like that can turn it on and go and whack people. I mean, the first week against Fulham, granted it was Fulham to be fair, I mean, they made them look like absolute mugs, and they probably could have gone and had more. They beat 3-0 in the first game.
Free trial, if we're being real about it.
Yeah, but again, they can turn on it at whatever point. Even against, who was the team they played in Europa League? Was it Dundalk or something like that? They went and scored 4. Didn't even bat an eyelid about it.
Europa League tax.
Oh yeah, of course it is.
That's hidden tax.
But they can do it. They can do it, and that's something that we have to be able to look out for as well. Is this game, they would have seen where our potential weaknesses are, because a fair few of them did get shown today. The only thing going our favour in that particular regard is that we may have certain people back. They are talking about Ziyech being back for the game. If that's the case, then Jesus Christ, we might absolutely whack them. But is it going to happen? Who knows? Callum Hudson-Odoi, he didn't have any involvement today. The fact he was on the squad, probably a good sign. But it is what it is. But one thing I really want to say, and I'm talking about the exposing these potential flaws and whatever. And the guy that I know that you're going to get printed on the back of that lovely Chelsea shirt that you brought from
Big Tammy Abraham.
Tammy Abraham.
Also, I wanted to ask about this. You need to apologise. Is there something? What's this about?
Nothing. I think he's shit. I'll be honest. I think he's shit. He scored 2 goals today and he didn't do anything. That's what I was going to say on next. I didn't think he was good enough.
Yeah, I mean, I said the same thing in my review. I wasn't going to be reactionary over the fact that he scored twice. I think he was at his best just bringing the ball down. He was a good focal point for when we were taking goal kicks or long balls. Yeah. Other than that, he struggled to get the ball out of his feet. He got swarmed by Westham defenders for the most part. Didn't do much today. Also, we did sit deep after the first goal, but the fact is we didn't do much until the 75th minute, got 2 goals and didn't do much after that. That's just fact.
I thought it was quite not a lazy performance. That's the wrong word, but you kind of know what I mean. I thought there was
pragmatic.
Yeah, I thought there were certain times where it was like, oh yeah, I'll go and do that. I'll go and do that, and maybe I should do this, and maybe I should do that, and whatever. And it's a bit strange because I actually thought there was quite good chemistry between Werner and Tammy, and the way that they move the ball a little bit quicker, a little bit faster than Werner and Giroud. I liked it.
That's a weird thing because I've always expected Werner and Giroud to be the better pairing.
Yeah, I think it's if they're playing down the middle, but Werner wide. I mean, everyone knows my thoughts on it, and everyone knows most people's thoughts on it. We don't like it. I can understand what is happening. But as a 3 today, I didn't think they worked at all. We were lucky that obviously Tammy was in the right place at the right time on two different occasions. Pulisic had a decent game. Werner was Werner, but I think a real classic example of it is the miss in the first half from Werner. Is we're attacking with pace, we're looking a little bit threatening. Christian Pulisic is on the ball, and he drives and he drives and he drives, and Werner has all the space in the world, and he delays the pass by about 1.5 seconds, 2 seconds. And by the time that Pulisic eventually passes the ball off to Werner, the ball's underneath his feet, and he's got to try and dig it out. If you get touch and bang from Werner, I'm not going to say it's going to go in, but it's going to be a hell of a lot more convincing than what actually happened. And it happened in the second half. Obviously, he hit the bar. We move the ball, touch, bang. Touch, bang. That's what we need. He's quick, he's sharp, he's whatever.
in these particular moments, I've played up front all my life. You need to be able to score goals. And the simplest way to score a goal is get yourself in the right position, get set, and hit it. And they're giving him the ball in these really weird locations, really different positions that he doesn't want to be in. And of course, being out wide really does not help at all. But Pulisic sent him wide. Tammy sent him wide. All these people are sending him wide and are pushing over to that far side. And although Tammy got 2 goals, it was like, yay. Could we have had more if Timo would have been playing up front? Probably. Could we have moved the ball a bit better if Timo would have been playing up front? Probably. Kante, another one. He tried to pass the ball at the wrong time as well. About 3 or 4 different occasions. Actually, Werner was on the right-hand side on this particular one. No one just pinged the ball to him. Send him through. He's known for his pace. Fucking use it. We're giving him these balls in these stupid locations. And the one against Newcastle, where he didn't exactly have his best game, I keep banging on about it. He cut through 2 defenders like they weren't even there. And he picked the ball up in his own half and just run. Just run. If that's where he's good and that's what you can make the most out of it, then do it. Do it. I do not get the way that we're trying to play with Werner out wide, and I know why we're doing it, because obviously there is the injury problems. But Jesus Christ, you think someone would just clock and put 2 and 2 together? Thank God someone agrees. We'll put 2 and 2 together and go, do you know what? When we are fully back, we have to, and I say we have to, play Werner down the middle. If it don't work, fine. Then I will happily be wrong. If it is for the greater good of the team. But right now, while we are in this shitty position where we have to play Werner at left wing, you're not going to have the same impact. We keep banging on about Aubameyang, Arsenal's best player.
I don't even know why we play him on the left wing. Like, my thing is, right wing, I don't even mind too much. Because I said, I'm on his stronger right foot. That's fine by me. The left foot, and I'm playing him on his left side, is just so predictable. And he just disappears all the time. After a Wolves game, I was finished with it. Because we saw what happens when you put someone else on the left-hand side, and Pulisic carried the whole attack. And then we put Werner on the left, and we lost the whole attack. So now I already know that ain't ever going to run again in my mind. Right wing, you can get something out of him. I don't mind that. You're still going to have a bit of issues if he hugs the touchline too far, but you can get more out of him on a stronger foot. Left foot is just completely done with. The thing is, I don't know why we haven't started him up front yet. Part of me is thinking, is it because of the way we play? Because we've been spamming crosses over the last few weeks and we know that ain't going to work with Timo Werner. It might be, but I think if we only really saw a lot of chances coming off the crosses coming off the right-hand side today off Azpilicueta, didn't we? Yeah,
Everton had 1 or 2, but it mainly came through Dave, But I don't know. And especially as moving on very quickly, because I do know there's a lot of people waiting. The Arsenal game coming up, I don't know what their starting 11 is going to be, but I'm going to probably predict Hector Bellerin is going to be in the back 4.
Hopefully Willian starts.
Well, yeah, that's a different matter.
I don't even know if I'm going to say hopefully, because famous last words.
Anyone that plays FIFA knows one thing about Hector Bellerin, is he's quick as fuck. He's really, really quick. If you put Timo Werner on the left-hand side, who even Hector will be able to do that. He'll just show him outside, and he'll be able to keep it up with him for pace. He's going to have absolutely no success whatsoever. If you decide to put Werner on the right-hand side, going up against Tierney, who has been good but has definitely had his problems in the last couple of weeks, and let Pulisic actually go up against a decent player in Bellerin with better technical ability to beat him one-on-one, then you're going to have so much more success. Whether that be Tammy playing up front or not, I don't know. But I want to hammer this home for fuck's sake so people know. Werner, left-hand side, no good. No good. Just stop doing it. If this interchangeable front 3 that people keep banging on about, that's fine. When you've got them all fit. They're not all fit. So while they're not all fit, don't do it. Just don't do it. This Chelsea team is good, but we are not that good yet. We are a mile off being that good just yet. We're a decent side. Not a lot more than that. We're 5th. Probably about right for where we are at the moment in this season. And I'm very comfortable with that. I think we all probably should be as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's all a case of results. Everyone was saying we were out the title race a few days ago.
Now, we were out the bloody title race.
We are not. If we win our next game and results go our way, we could be second place.
Yep.
So for me, is that out of the title race? I mean, couple points behind Liverpool? Hell no.
Nope.
It all depends on results. Like
You know
a bad
what?
run, you're out of it. A good run, you're back in it.
We are 14 games into the season.
14. Yeah, it's a marathon. Marathon, not a sprint.
I don't even remember this. Do you remember, obviously, us going to uni together, Jack, when Fulham went on a, 23 game unbeaten run, or might have even been 23 win run, and they were bang average in the championship, and then all of a sudden they made the playoffs and whatever. It happens. You can go on 23 win runs, and all of a sudden teams around you start dropping points. We are 14 games in. Arsenal, I don't think they're going to win the title, but are they out of the top 4 race? No.
How many points are they off?
Oh, I mean, they're off a few, but they're not off it completely. Again, you don't know what the hell could happen. They could turn around like that. They could go and sign Koulibaly in bloody January for all we know. Ain't going to happen, but they could. Anything can happen within the next, 6 months or whatever we're at? 5 months? 5 months.
There it is. So we are literally our next game, and Leicester United draw. Everton, they've got Sheffield United, so we'll probably get third maximum. Arsenal, they're 14th, 26, 12 points. Yeah, they could still catch that back up.
Yeah, it's. I was looking at this.
Any final thoughts, bro?
Any final thoughts? I was just going to say this very quickly about the Arsenal game. I mean, obviously it's coming up and whatever. We were shit today, but we still win, so that's the bottom line. But Arsenal season this year looks very similar to how ours did in 2015-16. I was looking it up. We were 1 point better off than they currently are at this stage in the season. I did my research. I know what I'm talking about. And apparently that was our worst year ever. Pretty much. And all of a sudden, here we are a few years later, and we are cooking on gas. Premier League winners again, Europa League winners again, all these accolades. It's going good. Look, the main thing I just want to say about this, we're a decent side. We know that. That's fine. But again, any given day, this Arsenal team can turn up. Let's look forward to this now. Of course, we've got to enjoy our Christmas and take care and stay safe, everyone. Please do. But this is an opportunity now. You can go and stake a claim because it doesn't matter. It doesn't make any difference at all. Arsenal are a decent side. Given the opportunity, we have to smell blood. We have to smell blood. And if we don't, that's a problem. I said it in the Everton game. It was an annoying one. It was like, it is what it is. The Wolves game, we should have had to try and bounce back and smell blood at the opportunity. Now, we have to. Bottom line, we have to smell blood. If it's a draw, but it's a good chance, or we win the game in terms of possession or whatever, I can deal with it. But if we fucking lose this, if we lose this,
I might cancel the phone in. I can't lie.
Exactly. It is that big. We have to do it. And again, we're all saying, "Oh, we're going to go and whack them. We do this and we do that." Blah 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 blah. Playing the way we did today, we ain't whacking Arsenal. We're not beating Arsenal. We were good enough to get 3 points against a decent side. Arsenal on the day can be a very good side. So let's just drop the agenda all about the whole, we have 3 points and we own 3-0. We have to turn up. All of us. That includes us lot as well. All the fans. We have to go into this game. We have to smell blood.
Oh, trust me. I'm smelling hella blood, bro. But we just can't bottle it. We really cannot bottle it.
We cannot.
But, bro, I will see you on Wednesday because AFTV previews are pending and we're going to have a lot of fun. And, I'll see you Wednesday. Take care, bro. And up the Chelsea. Everyone, Craigo28 Football, Craigo28 Sports. Everyone here up, like, and subscribe.
See you guys.
Take care, bro. Right, let's move on because I think we've got a lot of people on here today. Zane as well. You are slamming it with the donations. Thank you, man. What do you say first? See you on Boxing Day. Martinelli is back. Martinelli is getting put nicely into N'Golo Kante's back pocket as revenge for trying to make a name out of his name. What else did he say? It will be better when... What is this about Rodgers? Is Rodgers to Arsenal actually potentially happening? Because Rodgers is a snake like that. I could see him ditching Leicester the same way he ditched Celtic and the same way he ditched Swansea for Liverpool. So I could see that happening. But I don't know why you man would go for Rodgers. He's a bottle job as well. He'd probably take you close to top 4 and bottle it the same way he did with Leicester. I've said many times, if you lot want another manager that could take you on a project and actually take you somewhere, go get Maurizio Sarri. The guy's free. The guy knows how to deal with mid-table clubs that are flopping. Give him 3 seasons. Watch, he'll turn your team into something good. I don't want you to get Sarri, but if you needed a manager, Sarri would be the one you should be getting. We'll move quickly on into our next guest. Fata. Yes, what are you saying, bro? So to the Fata. Fair play, bro. What are you telling me?
That last super chat, man, is hilarious, isn't it? that guy's thing, man.
Brendan Rodgers is a madness. I don't know if that's true or not, but they could really be looking for better managers.
Honestly, is he looking for jokes, or is he looking like, oh, I'm looking to be famous, to be the famous deluded Arsenal fans of all Arsenal fans?
Hey, big up Zayn. We ain't throwing hate on him. That's my guy.
But yeah, man. But today, it's a good win, but it's unfortunate that we lost Ben Chilwell today. I don't know how.
Allegri's a good shout.
I don't know how long is he going to be out for that ankle injury thing. I hope it isn't that serious, But when I saw when he limped off, it looked kind of a bit serious. But yeah, we shall see what happens next with the scan coming up tomorrow, innit?
Wait, scan for who? Oh, Ben Chilwell.
Alan Chilwell,
yeah. Yeah. I hope that's not anything serious. I can't lie. Emerson had a good game today, but I know what Emerson's like, and I know he's going to do some stupidness on Saturday. So I really hope we have Chilwell back.
Honestly, man, we lost. Like, if we lose Ben Chilwell for the next couple of weeks, it could be like the turning point of this season. Because for me, Ben Chilwell has been vital for this team going forward. Apart from I think from the start of the season onwards, like Ben Chilwell had. When he played for the first time at Chelsea, it's just immense. He reminds me of the Ashley Cole days, and then he just keep continuing throughout the season. And today it's just I'm very sad to see that we lost an important player, But apart from that, I think Emerson didn't have a bad game. It's just one of those days. Like it's just Emerson being Emerson. I just hope like on Saturday. It doesn't do anything stupid or something like ridiculous in that, And on any other day, like maybe today, Emerson had easy game, but against Arsenal, I don't think it's going to be that easy.
You don't think it's going to be that easy?
Nah, probably not. You can, mate. Honestly, like against Arsenal, you don't know what kind of Arsenal. That Arsenal team that turn up, you can have like Arsenal of the prime Barcelona, you can have the Arsenal prime of Real Madrid, or maybe you can have the Arsenal of the FA Cup, cheater FC. That's why I call them, because they were cheated to win the FA Cup final 4 months ago. So yeah, we don't know what kind of Arsenal to expect this season, but I just hope like this today's victory, man. It's just such a good morale boost to this team after back-to-back defeat last week also and it's just positive coming back to us again, and I'm delighted, but at the same time I'm just criticizing about fans attacking Timo Werner and that I just think that some people may be overreacting, maybe over-criticize too much about Timo Werner. Yes, I know he missed that sitter in the first half, but let's not forget, like he's been playing in the wrong position like many times this season, and how many times you and me having this debate about in his left wing, and that it's just one of those things. Like I'm really sad to see like Werner getting attacked like that though.
No, I've expected it from rival fans. They're always going to drop their agenda with us.
Not from rival fans, man. I'm just talking about from our fan base perspective. Look at the comments from the social media a lot, like about comparing Timo Werner to Alvaro Morata. I mean, it's just ridiculous. The guys just came to this football club a couple of months ago, and people already start questioning him, like whether he can take these clubs to forward. Let's not forget, I think since the second international break, I think after the Newcastle game, I know he had a massive drop of confidence against him, but it's just you know what, man? We just need to back him. You know how many times today he's been unlucky again across the shot against the bar. You know, it's just the way I'm watching him that I feel really bad for him. Like, it's just another bad day in Timo Werner's offense. But hey, let's not forget he's at least contributing something. He made an assist today for Tammy Abraham, innit?
Yeah, call that an assist very loosely, but yeah, he got an assist for Tammy Abraham. I don't know, like that game, it's just more confirmation. Just stop playing Timo Werner on the left for me. But
I've been saying that many times.
It's hard to describe this guy because his movement is class. He gets into right positions all the time. It's just either we lay the pass too late or it's just a confidence issue with him. I don't know what it is.
What I like about Timo Werner that it's his pace, his sprint. Why don't we use him? Why don't we utilize him much though? Let's not forget like how many times like Werner is on the freedoms of space that no one ever find him. Honestly, it's like it's a joke about this Timo Werner agenda, and I just hope this agenda against Timo Werner is stopped by Saturday, man, because I'm really hating it so much right now.
Yeah, I need Werner to bag a hat trick at the Emirates just to end all of this at the very least.
Honestly, man, if we imagine if we have Hazard on the right, yeah, and Timo Werner on the left, and Timo start banging some goals and banging some hat tricks today, and people will be praising like oh Timo Werner, yes, praising him like God of Jesus or something. Honestly, it's like, and then after that, like people. And then on Twitter, social media, and that can say, "Oh, Werner, you are the king of goal scoring," and that blah 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 blah. It's just, again, man. Honestly, that people need to stop about this negativity on Werner again.
Yeah, if anything, I want to try and move to something positive. Do you want to talk about the defense? Because at the very least, that's something we can talk about and be happy about. Because the defense was solid all game.
Alex Glastonbury vibes, FC, you know what I mean? Every time Thiago Silva scores a goal, you know what I'm going to put the Dave and Eggy Tracy song, Alex Glastonbury song. I was rapping the whole game today, man. You know that video that Alex made a couple of years ago, like a year ago? I was tuning in that the whole game, and I was loving it when he scored that second goal.
Yeah, that first goal, I mean, possibly deserved performance, man of the match performance. Day was
bang on headed like John Terry, yes, man. Fuck me.
And it reminds me of he had a great performance too, and I didn't expect that from him.
But did you see what John Terry says on his Instagram and that? It's like, yeah, just give him that confidence, you know. And I think this guy can be a great a club legend in the next coming years, man. I just hope that he extended that contract for another year or so, because I think his experience could be vital for this football club in the long term.
Yeah, I just want to say, guys, everyone waiting in the queue, let me know what you guys are thinking down in the private chat, because if you guys all want to jump on at the same time, that's cool, because I know it's late. I don't want to be keeping everyone here till like 1 a.m. just to talk for like 10 minutes. So if you guys all want to jump on at the same time now, let me know. That's calm. You guys all want it? Okay, cool. Cool. 1 sec. We'll throw everybody in then. Boom. There we go, guys. We got the group in. What's everybody saying?
Yeah, boy. What's up, boy?
How are you?
How you all doing?
I'm good, man.
Right, guys. 3 points against West Ham. Not the greatest of performances, but I think it was a smart performance today.
But it's 3-0.
Yeah.
3-0.
It was smart.
Not a good performance.
Exactly.
You can put your head on a pillow tonight and thank God you're not an Arsenal supporter. You won 3-0. And if you look at that performance from Azpilicueta, right, to have a £7 million signing like that to deputize to come in, and when Kante slipped and he came in and cleaned that up, I mean, he was lightning fast to come in the left back position and clean that up. He's amazing. What a signing he was, and what a legend he's been for the club. And I will use the term legend. And for the defense, like you were saying, Lewis, being positive, that defense had more leaks in it than the Iraqi Navy last year. 54 goals conceded, and now we're keeping.
I do have to say, there's very heavy Kepa tax on that, though.
There is for sure. But and then you look at a guy like Tammy. He steps in today. He does a job, And, you should all mail out your Christmas cards because the only reason that we're in the Champions League is the 15 goals he scored last season, and that's that. Period.
That is facts. And to be honest, Tammy Abraham's always had a lot of undeserved stick. Guy is very young in terms of the time that he's spent at the very top level. And I think for his first season at a top 6 club, 18 goals in all competitions. Fair play. Fair play. And he has taken a bit of a step back this season, but I also think that that's been what's best for him. He's had a little...
Because we signed up the German football.
But he has improved a lot.
It's not fully a step back. I wouldn't say that, because especially when you think about what we had last year, when you think about what Willian would do compared to what Ziyech. Go on. It's like a completely different style of play that really changes it up, because Willian, his whole play is just let me get the ball in the box. He loves cutting in and shooting, but it's not really what he can do on the right side. That he tends to do most of his shooting when he's on the left side. And so since we played him on the right so many times, he just kept on crossing in the balls. So again, that made it very easy for Tammy to back his goals last year.
Timo Werner needs got a lot better.
That's the case. Timo Werner needs to play central. I can't stress this enough, because we paid 50 million for a player to play through the middle, and if he's not playing through the middle, that's defeating the purpose of us spending money to play at striker for us. That's starting to piss me off.
The injuries.
Been the injuries. Nah. Yeah, it's the same reason why we bought Kai. Same reason why we bought Kai Havertz. The same reason why we bought Hakim Ziyech is because they don't play one position. None of them play one position. I don't understand why people don't understand this. We didn't buy a single player during the summer except for defense. We didn't buy a single player for attack in our offense to play one position. That's just how it is. So we didn't even know at the beginning of the year. Are you telling me at the beginning of the year, going into the season, you knew we were going to play a 4-3-3?
I thought it was
4-3-3-1.
We didn't know what we were going to play. So how are we going to say we wanted him to play central striker?
In all fairness, Lampard tried out first. The pivot didn't work that well, and then he just reverted to the 4-3-3. So we can't say that. It's just working right now because no one's good in a pivot in the pivot alongside Kante. So maybe if we get that correction in January, we'll probably go back to that. We don't know that because
I understand what you're saying, but look, hear me out on this, right? Hear me out on this. How many chances did Timo get today? You'll say 3, right?
3.
You'll say he had 3, not clear cut, shots.
One-on-one chances. One-on-one chances.
He had 2 one-on-ones, and he had a third that he could have done a little bit better, But what I'm saying is, as a striker, right?
Yes.
Are you expecting him to get more than 3 on goal shots? It's not like he's not getting in those positions.
I think we think about ball the same way. I watched a couple clips of Jamie Vardy earlier today, and I saw a Leicester team that in the 15-16 season when they won the league, they didn't really have the quality of players that we have, but they worked together well, as we all knew. That was an open league that year, and we have such a nice midfield, and we're still not playing to Werner's strengths to me. There's no way, if he's a striker, why is he only getting 3 chances? A striker should be getting at least 5 chances a game, to me, depending on the lack of creativity.
That's not how we play. Why do we have 2 of the best crossers of the ball as our fullbacks? So how are you going to tell me that we're going to play through the middle when we have 2 of the best crossers at fullback?
Okay, so if that's the case, why didn't we just buy Haaland, a big monster in the air, to just get on there?
Haaland wasn't available. Haaland literally just got sold. What are you talking about?
I don't get this.
And also, Haaland is not versatile.
Exactly. How are you going to play? Imagine this.
You can play Timo Werner on the right wing, but you can't do the same with Haaland.
Yeah, but listen, Listen to Timo Werner, right? In the Bundesliga, everyone in that division plays a high line. So if you have pace and you can get in behind, he can play anywhere in that front line and he'll score goals without a doubt. So I think in the Premier League now, when he comes against some of these.
Wait, is that Zayn admitting that London isn't red? Beautiful, thank you.
About bloody time too, Zayn.
It's been red for 20 years.
I love you, Zayn, by the way. Big up yourself.
Yeah, keep saying it.
On to the game.
We'll be sure to keep it blue, Zayn. Don't you worry about that.
You see, and in today's game too, I think something came out in this as well. West Ham came out to play, and that's a system that suits our pace. You know, we've been a heavy possession-based team this year, and something about another team, and I think Arsenal are going to do the same thing this weekend, that are going to come at us, come out and play. That's where we can hit them in behind. Pace of Werner, pace of Pulisic. If you look at the best game that Kai and Werner had was against Southampton, which was so wide open. There was space in behind. They were able to exploit it. Those are not players that are going to break down low blocks, banks of four. It's not in their nature, and that's why the miss of Ziyech has been so huge, because he unlocks that door. You know, he brings that cross, switches play, does things like that. So
before I continue, right? This is for the Arsenal team. No, I don't fear for Arsenal. They're in horrible form, but what's concerning me? This is 3 months into the season, we still haven't seen our best 11 yet. That worries me. That really worries me, and I just reckon that our best 11 is Werner, Havertz, Pulisic, Ziyech, Rich James, Chilwell, Silva, Zuma, Mendy, Kante, Kovacic. That's what I think is our best 11. We haven't seen that yet, so that's concerning me. And if it's 3 months into a season, that's basically the season's usually like.
Let you know right now. I'll let you know right now. The team that you just said, if everyone is fit, the team that you just said is not playing. Kai Havertz is going to get in the team before Kovacic is, and that's simply because of the price tag.
Right now,
simply because of the price tag. Not right now. If they were on form, Kai is starting before Kovacic. That's just
what. So okay, so if they're on,
but he's not on form.
He's not on form now, but because of the price tag. Simply because of the price tag, he's going to get this.
But
one thing I would like
to learn that lesson before with because of the price tag. Alvaro Morata, Andrei Shevchenko,
exactly,
like Hernan Crespo. We talk about because of the price tag until we're blue in the face. If Tammy Abraham is scoring goals, Tammy's playing. Olivier Giroud got to run in the team because he was scoring. You know what I mean? And in terms of not having the best 11 fit, I completely agree. We're not doing that bad without our best 11 fit.
I don't even know. I don't even know if Vernon's going to play through the middle because Giroud is scoring goals, Tammy is scoring goals. Who's going to play? I don't even know who's going to play centrally.
You're not going to.
I really want to see him play through the middle.
But these are good problems to have. A selection headache for the manager is a good problem to have. You look at that other fucking team across London, they don't have two good players to rub together to make a third. You know what I mean? We have 3 left backs. They don't even have 1. You know what I mean? So, like, I just think we need to take this into context and really start putting. Did we play well today? No, we probably didn't. We walked away with 3 points and a 3-0 victory. The league is there for anyone to grab right now. As long as Liverpool doesn't get on their horse and run away with it, I think we need to be really positive about this, guys. Seriously.
Yeah, one thing that we really need to talk about, or not, of course, not need to, but one thing that cannot be understated is the fact that Christian Pulisic is getting selfish, man. He is getting selfish. Some of the is not making the pass.
Just see that's the
he wasn't making passes at the right time.
You're getting ratio on that.
That's so hard.
That's really
I thought he had a good game.
Could he have put the ball in earlier? Maybe.
No, hold on. I'm not saying he didn't have a good game. I just said that I'm saying he's getting a little selfish because in the sense of he wants to bring the ball forward, which is what we need, of course. But there's some instances where you need to relay the pass off quicker because we understand that, especially with the one when it was 3 against 2, basically. It was basically 3 against 2.
Yeah, 42nd minute. Should have played him earlier.
To be honest, look, 1-1. If he was going to pass it that late, he should have given it to Tom.
He should have played it in. He should have played it in earlier. You're right.
Let him land.
A striker with any confidence hits that first time. It's in the back of the net. We win the game running away. But unfortunately for Turner, he has less finish in him than Helsinki right now. Okay, so
not even that. The ball was hard, to be honest. He passed it because, dude, I don't know why, but it's like Christian thinks that Timo is slow, but like he's literally just put it through and he's gonna run past the defender that was there. It wasn't like the defender was falling over as well, and he could have. I'm telling you, if he had given it off to Tammy simply because it was a stronger foot, it would have been a better shot.
Well, the defender was falling over because Pulisic was running lightning pace at him, you know. So
But
there's that too. But you know what? You're right. He should have played him in a little bit earlier. But I don't think that I can chalk that up to him being selfish. He's excited to get back. He's fitting.
I think right. Our style of play is. I love
these comments, man. I love these comments.
As we all know, we're still in this gelling process right now. We're still trying to get our team as strong as possible. But
we still in the gelling process, though. We're in December now, aren't we?
Not full gel, but we're getting there to be a very full team. But when we played Southampton and Havertz was behind Vern, I think that's when they played their best game. As I think I can't remember who said it earlier. But
Southampton game. That's exactly what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, but I don't get why. Because I know we have fullbacks that cross a lot, and we do that. We tend to do that with Reece James and Chilwell. I like it, but maybe if we're playing with these fullbacks always crossing, because I watched Liverpool, because Trent and Robertson are always putting in crosses, but yet they still transition through midfield and find a way for Mane to get in behind, Salah to get in behind, sometimes Bobby Firmino every once in a while. I want to see that from us, because I've seen that against Southampton when Werner got in behind and he scored those 2 goals, and with that good ball from Jorginho, I really want to see that again. And I know that we're capable of doing it because we have some quality players in midfield, but I don't know, man. I just want to see us playing to Werner's strengths, because as Dagmar said earlier, he said earlier that we bought players to be versatile, but it ain't working for Werner on the left. It ain't working for Werner on the right, and it's not because he's shit or anything like that. But I just think that because back in June when we bought him, Frank Lampard said he's building the team around him.
Hold on. You're saying it's not working because he's not getting goals, right?
Huh?
You said it's not working because he's not.
No.
Wait, let him land.
I'm not saying that.
Tyrese?
Pardon, you speaking to me?
Yeah, go on, keep going. What are you saying?
No, I'm not saying that because he lost the ball a lot in a couple of these games. I'm not necessarily concerned about only him not scoring goals, because I know he's going to score goals because he suits the Premier League. But what I'm concerned about, he doesn't look comfortable playing on the wing because he's not crossing well. His link-up play isn't that great. So I think he's just wasting a position that probably we could give to Hudson-Odoi, whose link-up play is pretty decent, whose crossing is decent, instead of just putting Werner there that's just there because he's fast and can get in behind. So if we're wasting that opportunity, playing more centrally and have Tammy Abraham and him competing and Giroud as well. We can't play Giroud every game like that. We have to manage him differently, as I always say. He's one of the older guys. He can't play every game, and he could sit out a couple. And this was a good game to play Tammy today. I had no problem with Tammy Abraham playing today, but I think I want to see Werner playing more centrally because, as I said, I thought that's what we bought him to do. And Lampard said in June he's building the team around him. And if you're building the team around a player and you're not playing to his strengths, you're contradicting yourself there, Lampard.
Let's try giving him one more week because we didn't know if Hudson-Odoi or Ziyech were fully fit. So let's see what kind of squad he comes up with next for. Who do we have next? Arsenal.
Arsenal.
We don't beat Arsenal. Oh my days.
If we don't beat Arsenal,
no way they can beat us.
I'm going to say now, if we don't beat Arsenal, we're out of the title race.
Lewis, you see, if we don't beat Arsenal, just cancel the phone in.
No. No, don't cancel the phone.
You won't even be able to contact me if we lose.
There is no Arsenal.
Get out of here, Zane. Giroud is ours now. Giroud is ours now.
You know what's funny? We give them Louise, we give them Willie, and we give them Czech, and they give us Giroud, Cole, all these players, man.
Thank you, Arsenal.
Sending them Christmas cards.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Arsenal.
Thank you very much. We gave them.
Giving us your.
Every single player.
Hold on, I have a question. For you guys. What's the question? Or not really question, more of a point. So do y'all see the problem that I have with Jorginho now?
I'm Jorginho's biggest credit.
We've known about this Jorginho problem for years.
Let me explain a little bit. But like, I'm talking about to the point where he always drops down as the third center back, and it basically just not forces, but it allows the other team to press us.
Yes.
And kind of doesn't help us. It doesn't help us at all.
That was his position under Sarri. That's always been his position. He's a deep line midfielder.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is, you see how it hurts us because it forces us. It forces us.
Tell him, get rid of him. He should have never been here in the first place.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The only reason we got him was because Sarri was here. That's the only reason we bought him.
Yeah, can get on the next team with Sarri.
Hey, love you, man.
We are European champions. Beat that.
Zane, we love you, man.
If we're getting into Jorginho,
he's donating to the channel. We're living rent free in his head.
I always said,
according to Arsenal fans, they are living rent free in our head now. We're living rent free in your heads, Zane. That's why you come on here so much.
But to be fair, all this talk about, beating Arsenal, it's a derby. It's unfortunate, again, being a team in London. We got 26 flipping derbies every year. Why don't we just get Brentford and Millwall up, and we'll just have a derby every weekend? They're going to be up for it. Honestly, they're going to be up for it. They're a wounded animal. Their manager's got his back against the wall. Their fans we know what they're doing. They're sitting right here. But honestly, we got to be up for that game. But like I said before, that's going to be a team that's not going to sit back at home with two banks of four and wait for us to attack them when we've got 80%.
But you see, that's what you think.
Do you think Werner would be suited for that game if they're going to come at us? They might find some space behind.
We got to hurt Arsenal, because I watched Arsenal from game week 1, and I watch a lot of Arsenal because I have a lot of Arsenal friends.
Well, because it's comical too.
And I'm going to be honest right here. As much as they give us slander, right? But some of you guys are British. I'm in Barbados. With me, I don't really feel it's a big accomplishment really beating Arsenal this season because
it's a derby. It's a derby.
Against Arsenal.
I live in America as well, so I know what
bro. They lost to Burnley.
Yeah, man.
They're really bad. But I like Lewis's point earlier, and this isn't our AF TV, but if they hear this, I always told a couple of my friends Sarri will be the perfect manager for them right now. I don't want that to happen because if Mauricio, I
don't want him to go Arsenal.
I don't want it.
And he'd rub it in all our faces because we all shouted, "Fuck sorry, ball."
What would anyone accomplish? Anything?
Zane, if you're still listening, you can have Brendan Rodgers. He'll keep bottling top 4.
Brendan Rodgers is not an Arsenal manager.
Brendan Rodgers has a better job right now with a better board right now.
I think Mauricio Sarri is perfect for Arsenal because he never really worked with top quality players. Really. Probably had a couple of them. And then when he actually had those players at his disposal, he didn't really do that much at Juventus. He did the requirements, win the league and win the cup, and that's what every single Juventus manager did. And
he got fired.
So if he goes to Arsenal with that team, you don't even necessarily need good players to play good football with Sarri because he made average players.
We're sat here talking about a title race. We're talking about a title race this season and the potential of us being in it and the cash that we spent in this window.
Yeah.
They are talking about a relegation fight. When your expectations have dropped that much, and say what you will about Arsenal, they are a big club. I've been to the Emirates. It's hollow. You have Highbury, and they could be playing in the championship.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I don't
think that's
going to happen. Maybe if this league wasn't so competitive, they ain't going to really get it, man. They don't want
ABL
Oh, yeah.
What the heck is that?
Just
ABL.
I think ABC channel. I think
it's a YouTuber.
Bigger club than Arsenal right now. Fact. They won a title.
Fact.
Striker.
Right now, no. I still don't think
not fan base. Not fan base. One fan base.
It's a bigger club than
No,
Hey, they could be playing next season.
Northampton. No, they're not getting promoted to the championship.
Hold on, I got a question for you guys.
Arsenal's a bigger club than us, even though they didn't win the Champions League, but they're still a bigger club than us, based on the amount of trophies they won.
True. But who's been more successful more recently? We have.
What's everyone's opinion on the weekend? What do we think we should be lining up with? Obviously, it's the same back four, unless it doesn't look like Chilwell's going to be fit.
Same back four. Reece James going to be fit.
I'm going to get into our full pass injury because
I kind of doubt that. I don't think he's going to be fit for that.
I think it's a bit.
And don't forget, Reece James also out as well for that game.
Yeah, it doesn't.
No James, no Chilwell.
No James.
Oh no! Wait, I was actually looking what lineup we played when we beat them at the Emirates last.
I'm not gonna lie.
Then we changed it to, I think it was a 4-2-3. I mean, took off Emerson and brought on Jorginho. Yeah.
I might get a little bit of hate, but I want us to play a back three.
Why?
It's Arsenal.
You're going to get a lot of hate.
Whoever said that, let them land.
Short up the defense with this back four. Let's throw it out the window and go with a back three.
Hold on. Bear with me. Look, I don't think we have a good chance, especially because we're gonna have a Aubameyang on the left side, right? So he's gonna have to go up against SP, and he's gonna get him for pace. So he already has him for pace.
He might be a dope for the game.
If we play with a back three, SP is going to be the third centre back.
Exactly. Which is why
he's going to be our right wing back. Reece James is going to be out.
Now listen, let me hold on. Yeah. I feel like we should play that way because I feel like if we just have those three center backs just sitting back the entire time, especially the way that Arteta has been playing this year, where he's been sitting back for a majority of the game, we could use damn nearly 8 players to attack, and that would force them to just sit in their box and not really allow them to get off an attack. So as a way of completely stunting their offense, we can play 3 in the back.
I don't want them to talk.
I don't know that one because Aubameyang
5 at the back versus 5 at the back, and it'll be the deadest game of football ever seen.
Don't encourage.
I want a massacre, bro.
That's true.
I want to see 4-3-3.
It's a win-win.
Aubameyang is probably a dog for the Boxing Day game because I think he has some.
Kroenke might not sell. Kroenke might not.
Sorry, man, but
he's gonna put your club into.
I feel like hold on.
He's gonna get your club liquidated.
No. I back 3. I live in Canada, and it is not as cold out there as that take is. That is so sub-zero to suggest that we should throw a back 4 that's been this solid out of the window.
Hold on. What back 4? Hold on. What back 4 are you talking about? We have 2 left. There's still 2 of them are out.
Are you Equated didn't have a good game? Bro, let's play a back 3.
Listen. If we're going to play Werner at winger again, right, the same way that we did today, you saw how many times Azpilicueta had to make a last-ditch tackle on Aaron Cresswell to stop the ball from getting into the box.
And he did it.
Kieran Tierney will get the ball in the box. I'm telling you now.
You just said we go for it.
Kieran Tierney will slip on his own arse again.
I don't understand that.
Are we going to play as at wing back because Azpilicueta is not necessarily a wing back?
Yeah, that's a good point. If you're playing a back 3 or back 5, who would you play? Who would you play in That's that what I'm saying. Azpilicueta would play at right centre back.
It's going to be
our right wing back.
It's going to be Zuma, Aspi, and Thiago Silva. And then
we
played Tamori. We could play Tamori.
Yeah, let's play back too. Come on.
He has no game time. He's not going to do well.
We're going completely out of the box. I just think that we should go with the same lineup. Same lineup. Probably.
Kovacic in for Jorginho.
Probably no. Is he actually still out? Right? Yeah.
He has to come in for Jorginho.
No. George. Did I just read that correctly?
I don't think we're going to have a problem.
Did I just read that correctly? Anyway. Rudiger at left back.
I said Rudiger at left back.
Bro. Is he
That's a piss-take comment. You know it is. I don't think we have to worry about Jorginho anyway. It didn't look like he was fit when he came off. He landed funny on that leg. I think Frank gave him the hook a little bit later than he probably wanted to, but he wasn't walking right when he left. So he's not going to be playing anyway. So let's not worry about Jorginho.
Do you want to hear the lineup I would go with?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, go for it.
Mendy in goal. I want to play either a 4-3-3 or a 4-2-3-1.
Fair enough. Yeah.
So yeah, I would go with Mendy in goal. Aspi, Zuma, Silva, Emerson.
Mm-hmm.
They're the back four. Kovacic, Conte, Pulisic, Havertz, Ziyech, and Giroud.
Ziyech isn't fit.
Wow.
Ziyech wasn't even on the bench today to suggest that he.
Ziyech isn't fit, and for me, Mason Mount has to start. Mason Mount has to start.
Yeah.
Why?
Who would play Hudson-Odoi?
I would prefer Mason
How do you
Mount.
know he won't be fit for the Arsenal game,
Ziyech
though?
as
How do you know Ziyech won't be fit for the Arsenal game?
Well,
might be on the bench.
it's just uncommon in football where a guy doesn't even get a position on the bench and then runs straight into the starting 11 again the following game. It's the same with Hudson-Odoi. He wasn't even named in the starting team today. It's highly unlikely that he starts the match. I think he'll have a place on the bench, which is great. He comes off and makes a huge impact, either of those players. So, yeah, I don't have too much wrong with that lineup, but you know, I'd like to see Werner up the middle like both of you guys, but it really does seem like
I want to see purely because it's Arsenal. I want to see Giroud start and score.
On Real Madrid player that
Giroud scorpion kick.
Varane or none?
Oh, imagine if it is a scorpion kick as well.
On a free soon out. I love Sergio Ramos so much. I'll take him any day. Like,
Sergio Ramos might be available on a free too. We take another pop like Thiago Silva.
Ramos and Thiago Silva at the back.
Dangerous.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of red cards.
Yeah.
It might sound crazy. It might sound crazy, but I would love to take Eden Hazard back to Stamford Bridge again.
Yeah, we might even get a deal.
It could happen. It could happen. Did you not read? Like it was like a year or so ago. He hinted that he wants to return.
But big surprise. I mean, he hasn't played a game in
I'll
2
take him back any day, any week. Can't be that bad.
That would be so sick. Eden Hazard in this.
You gotta put Zane's chat online. Put Zane's chat on, please. Please.
All right, guys. It's been a thin slice of heaven. Lewis, thanks for hosting this. We'll see you all soon. Take care, guys.
Zane,
Merry Christmas.
Zane.
David Luiz own goal. Zane, you are funny. You are funny. You're funny.
Wait, Zane.
But you're deluded as well.
4 goals from.
I don't know where. I didn't even get
made 4 goals since the season started, my G.
Bro, they don't even score from set plays. How
many goals did you guys?
Oh my
I pick up pace as well.
Hold on, real quick. Question. How many goals do you guys think we missed out last year because Willian was taking our corners instead of Mason Mount?
I don't know, bro.
10?
Wait, how many per season? Actually, no. I can't lie. Our corners stunk last season too. I don't care. It was a Willian factor.
It
now
was a Willian factor.
Corners freak.
First man every single time.
I wonder who. You know,
To be real, when Zuma wasn't playing,
can't lose on Boxing Day. We just can't.
I don't see us losing. You know, right? There's some
Anyways, I'm off
butterflies
here.
there's some butterflies that usually get in your stomach when you have a derby game.
A bit rare.
Arsenal, they are terrible. They are genuinely.
I still think they're going to turn up though again.
Like no. If they can't turn up on North London Derby, which is their biggest game of the season, where are they going to turn up against us? They don't create no chances from midfield, nowhere from fullbacks. They're getting goals from set pieces every once in a while. Gabriel will probably score a corner.
Yeah.
Probably score from a corner and get a penalty. They are not scoring. We're gonna probably have to give away a mistake, like probably a Mendy coming off the line and making one of those other errors, or maybe maybe Aubameyang get in behind and someone fouls him, probably they get a penalty, something like that. They ain't scoring against us. Like, this is an easy game. Like, if you lose Lampard, I'm going to question him seriously, because no way, you can't lose to Arsenal.
This is going to be if Arsenal continue their form and refuse to sack Mikel Arteta,
they could get relegated.
These are the London derbies they're going to be playing next season. Millwall, QPR, Brentford. Or maybe not even Brentford. Brentford could be joining Brentford might be promoted this season.
You're not supposed to feel any way for your rivals, and you should feel happy that's what's going on at them right now. But in all fairness, that club is run really poorly. So
I know, it's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah. Let's.
Dan Kroenke's my
I used
granddad.
to feel sorry for them. They could go down to League 2 and I'd still be laughing. The joke would still be funny to me.
Arteta in.
Arsenal
Arteta in.
Lewis, what's your score prediction for the game?
Chelsea Arsenal.
Yeah.
If you say anything about their scoring, I'm going to question.
4-0 Chelsea.
4-0? I go 3-0. I go
Chelsea.
3-0 Chelsea with my
I
heart.
expect, especially because the FA Cup final better be on every single one of these players' heads. I expect a massacre. It shouldn't even be a tight win.
Oh my god, Arsenal!
Oh my god! No way! Can we get Zane on, please? Can we get him on so we can?
Zane, you know what? Yeah, bro, Zane, if you want a link, I'll send you a link, man. You might.
Yeah, bring on Zane, please, so we can bring him on.
In all seriousness, I think we're gonna win. I think we're gonna win 3-0, and 3-0? I think the important. It's gonna be especially since Xhaka just got the red card.
Bitmus, get on, man! I'm not hearing none of this. You haven't missed anything.
Yeah, come on. But anyway, I feel like since Xhaka just got the red card, I feel like it's gonna be important that we dominate the midfield. That's gonna be the important.
But won't Partey be back for this game?
Who? You said
he's still coming fresh off of an injury.
No, he's out to January.
I feel like especially the fact that we don't have our wingers anymore. Or I'm not a wingers, our fullbacks. Like the midfield is gonna have to really step it up, dude. Especially with
really want to see it.
Especially with the forward passing.
This is the fixture I look forward to the most.
We haven't heard anything from Pablo yet. He's been spoken over the whole time. Pablo, talk to me, bro.
Right, what are we going for? Arsenal or today's game? Arsenal prediction.
Arsenal, talk to me about the game.
For Arsenal game, I think it's actually, like I said a bit earlier there, I think it's actually going to be closer than we think. I do think Arsenal are going to turn up. If I was to give a prediction, I'd probably go 2-1 Chelsea, a little similar to last season. I think what we've got to be careful about is not letting Arteta go back into Arteta ball stuff. If Arsenal get a first goal, they will just put 10 men behind the ball, and Chelsea don't like that, especially without James and Chilwell whipping in balls now. So we're actually missing a few players. Ziyech isn't going to be starting either. So no James, no Chilwell, no Ziyech. Those are kind of our main creators, if we're being honest, in terms of getting the balls in the box. So I think it's going to be a harder game. The good thing is that Arsenal are also missing players. I'm hearing Aubameyang could be out. I think Partey's out. Xhaka's suspended. Is he still?
Gabriel.
I think Gabriel.
Oh yeah, red card.
No, red card.
If Aubameyang is out, I'm gonna say Arsenal aren't scoring any goals.
Yeah. If Aubameyang's not in the team, they're not scoring a single goal.
Yeah, if Aubameyang's not in, that's a massive boost for us. I think Gabriel's back though. He served it. He served his 1-match ban against Everton.
Isn't it 2 matches?
Yeah. Oh, no, because he got the yellow card and the second yellow card. That's why. Yeah.
Arteta, if you're listening to this podcast,
Gabriel's back. Yeah.
Please start Hector Bellerin. I know he's your son.
So do you guys think that
gotta start him?
So you guys, I feel like since we don't have any of our crossers, we're gonna need Werner in the middle. This is probably the one game that we can't on the wing.
I think he's going to start on the wing though, because I don't think Hudson-Odoi is going to start, and I don't think Ziyech is going to start.
Bring that super chat up for Zayn. I need to see it. I think it could play driver. Obama's been dropped by us.
Not injured. Whoa! Yo, that guy definitely got to get sacked now for sure. There's no way.
14, man.
Wait, Pablo, can I rephrase what you said about Hudson-Odoi?
Guys, 2 different conversations. Pablo, what you guys saying?
I want to rephrase what you said about Hudson-Odoi. Let's say if he's back, like if he's in 100% level, and do you think that Hudson-Odoi can start on the right, and then we can have like Werner in the central, and then Pulisic on the left? Though?
Yeah, 100%. I think we easily can have that. I think what we're going to do is Werner, Pulisic, and either Giroud or Tammy. So that's why I'm saying that.
So you're implying Pulisic as a CAM role then?
No, Pulisic left, Werner right, Tammy or Giroud up front.
Werner on the right.
You know why? One Ziyech isn't going to start. We know that because he wasn't even in the squad today.
Yeah.
2, Hudson-Odoi could have started. If Hudson-Odoi got 30 minutes today and played well, he could have started. The fact that Hudson-Odoi got no minutes today, he's not starting against Arsenal. So Werner's playing on the wing against Arsenal. That's done.
Yeah, the way that Frank does it, he tends to give him 30 minutes before letting him start. So yeah, you're right.
Get on Vitmus, Lewis. Can't hear you, bro.
Yeah, Bitmus, I already sent you the link, bro. Jump on.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Watching today's game was a pain. I damn nearly fell asleep. Like that. It was not. It was not a good game. It was not a good game. We got. I wouldn't say lucky because it wasn't luck. It was. I feel like the West Ham defense tired out. That's when Cresswell made the little slip where he was just ball watch. He was ball watching, so he wasn't able to do the offside.
To be fair, the second and the third goal was a gift and at the same time and crucial as well. Though, to be fair,
one thing that I feel like this is, I don't know. Maybe it's because he was not hated, but he just I don't feel like Mason Mount got the credit he deserved last year.
Yeah,
he got a lot more hate than he really needed to be getting because it's not like he played half of the games out of position. And he was still like today. He got his 50th appearance, youngest player since John Terry to get 50 appearances for Chelsea. Right.
To be fair, I have to admit, I was the one who criticized Mason Mount a lot this season, but today I was wrong. So
yeah, I feel like I understand it. I feel like because he came with Frank from Derby, I understand why people felt like there was a little bit of favoritism in that. Yeah, but I felt like it was more of Frank being comfortable with Mason than the rest of not the rest of the team, but like, you know, he was just comfortable with having him in the midfield, knowing that he'll do the job because he's already seen him for a year. And it's not like he's going to bring something new. And so this year, I feel like with the backing of the coach that he had last year, I feel like the only reason Mason is doing so well this year is because he got so much game time last year.
Yeah.
He was able to see what the game was like. He was able to see how teams set up, how teams build. And you saw it with that third goal because he could have given it to Tammy directly, but he gave it to Christian first. And it wasn't more of like me personally, I would have given it to Tammy because he was a bit more open, but it was just to try and like create disturbance in the box as well. And that allowed Tammy to get not an easy goal, but you know, just to get a simpler goal. And so I feel like it's really important. Like the accuracy on his balls have been ridiculous here, man.
Harry,
I think he's going to be a really good player for us in the future and for England as well.
I feel like he's going to be so important, man. I mean, I know a lot of people want to give the captain band to Reece James, which is respectable, which is normally we give it to the right back as well. But I don't. As a person that's, I wouldn't say been in the team since day one, but you know, under the new Frank Lampard regime, I wouldn't be surprised if he ended up giving the captaincy to Mason Mount.
Now, probably vice captain. I probably will still give it to Reece James. I think he's a good leader, and plus he captained our youth, the youth team.
That's very true.
Experience behind him.
Yeah.
I just want to say one more thing, right? I feel like this game showed why we need Declan Rice. Like a lot of people understand the importance of Declan Rice, the things that he does for that West Ham team, and what he could do for us. Oh man,
I'm a big fan of Rice.
It's inevitable if you don't get him.
I feel like he's one of those players that just goes under the radar because he plays DM, so it doesn't feel like he was doing a lot. But
you know who Declan Rice reminds me of?
Who?
Martin Noble?
Like one of his own teammates, actually.
Martin Noble. Yeah, I think
like,
so too. Like,
he is so disrespected. I believe you know when Eric Dyer was at I believe Mark Noble should have had Eric Dyer's place at the 2018 World Cup. At the 2018 World Cup.
I can't remember how West Ham did that season. That season when they had Evra. I think when they had Evra, I can't remember. But
the 2018 World Cup.
Yeah, Martin Noble has been in the Prem for so long.
It might be a sense of versatility. Eric Dyer can play center back as well as CDM. It might be
we already have so many centre backs, though.
Rice is superior to all these players.
I get what you're saying, but what I'm saying is like once you have your starting 11, the rest of the substitutes are mainly versatile people that can play multiple positions. Like compared to just having like the stars that are out there, they also tend to have a lot of versatility.
What I was trying to say was that so many people overlook players like Declan Rice, like Mark Noble. It's because they don't play for a top 6 team.
Yeah, 100%. There's so many.
Rice will soon.
Yeah, but
he's ours in the summer.
Yeah, the thing with Rice is like
January.
He kind of does that not as well as what's his name, Calvin Phillips.
Oh, from Leeds. I think he's overrated. I don't like him.
Massively overrated.
I prefer Rice.
Massively overrated.
For Rice, but listen, I feel like Calvin Phillips. He doesn't have the sense of security that Rice does because Rice has another CDM with him. Phillips is completely alone. He is completely alone. So it's a lot harder, and Bielsa asks way too much of him, to be honest, in my opinion. I feel like he asks way too much of him. But I feel like he has the same ability of playing those switching the fields, switching it over. And he has a really good cross that just.
He's got it all. He's got it all, Declan Rice.
But Rice will be
like that.
price tag.
I think that Rice would be good for us.
Rice will be very expensive, though.
Of course,
you trust Marina. Trust Marina.
Exactly what Pablo said. Trust Marina. She will get taken down. We'll throw a couple players in the deal.
She's the best in the entire football business. All of Europe, she's the best.
Why anyone hasn't mentioned this one as a backup CDM? Lima, Conrad Lima from Leipzig.
Leipzig, yeah.
Okay, let me explain. It's not.
Very versatile.
It's simple. It's because we just don't want to not deal with, but exactly what happened with Werner, exactly what's happening with Havertz. All the mending that all the getting adapted to the Premier League play. That's not going to happen with Declan Rice. He's been playing here for 5-6 years now. He's the vice captain. Like he knows what he's getting into. So we
like the Chilwell signing.
Yeah, we know exactly what we're getting at. It's perfect for us. That person is a perfect signing for us. But the only thing that I'm worried about is the lack of Kovacic game time. Because if we're going to go back to this 4-2-3-1 thing, and we play him and Canteen, the pivot, and probably
finally.
Wait. Can I say something?
Manners and respect.
Tell me what's your thoughts on today.
Hold on, Thatcher wants to say something.
Today's game, is an ugly win, but I'm really happy for the 3 points. Trust me. Really, really. We played well for maybe 30 minutes of the game. Yeah. I think Westham played very well, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to say I don't know if Lampard is motivating the team. I want Lampard to succeed at Chelsea, but the team doesn't look motivated to me still, honestly. Doesn't look motivated.
Do you think that's
pragmatic today, to be fair? Like, we got the goal.
Hector Bellerin.
Yeah, I just wanted to say one of the main things I was happy about today was Chelsea won ugly for maybe one of the first times under Frank Lampard. We never win ugly under Lampard. We have 20 shots on target and draw the game. We finally won ugly under Lampard. We played like shit for 60 minutes and we won 3-0. That's what the top teams do. I haven't seen that under Lampard.
Same. How about who's a bigger fridge, Chilwell or Maguire? Neither. Hector Bellerin.
Well, better in agenda.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah, Brighton away also was ugly.
I've been thinking about this, about the right-hand side, about Ziyech and that. Do we need extra right wingers? Because I think Ziyech is an injury prone.
General will be good. Just a backup. It doesn't have to be
right winger,
it doesn't have to be a starting caliber. Someone that's like less than 30 million, please, less than 30 million.
But if we're supposed to have this also good academy, why can't we promote someone that's doing good from there instead of going to spend more money again? Like there got to be someone in there that we can bring through. Like I watched him against Spurs and
West Ham.
It's an excellent academy.
Yeah, West Ham beat us to it, but I really like Ben Rama from Brentford. He was saucy.
Yeah, we should have
I
saw him today.
We were linked to him, weren't we?
He tried.
Yeah.
Yes.
But who would he start over? He's not better than Pulisic.
I'll start over. We don't want anyone to start
in situations like this, he'd be starting though. That's the beauty of having backup wingers. In situations like this, Ben Rama would be starting every week if we signed him.
Yeah.
And one thing that's really pissing me off, man. How are we gonna I understand. Come on, we have a world-class academy. Bring one of them out, man. One of the wingers. Just at least let them try. Let them try. Just give us something new. I feel like we need someone that was something that we saw a lot last year. Was with every single new player we brought on, they just had this fire inside of them. It's like every single time they needed to perform to prove that. Because that's the big thing about having a team where you allow new players to come in. That's how we have a lot of motivation, like Vitamin said. And one thing about the motivation for today, I feel like seeing 2-3 players drop consecutively, I feel like that dropped their motivation a lot. I feel like they didn't really go for 50-50 chances trying to avoid injuries, especially there was that one where Sebastian Haller, he was running he basically quit on a ball. And I feel
quite often,
But I feel like a lot of
no, he doesn't. Yeah, that's a good point. Who would he bench if we sign him?
Yeah, I don't think it's a question of benching.
If we sign Rice.
Okay, I'll go.
Starting 11 if we sign Declan Rice.
We can't pay 80 mil for someone to sit on the bench. It ain't happening. We're not Real Madrid or Barcelona.
In that case, then what will happen to Conte? What will happen to Kovacic? We can't bench.
You can when you're signing him as a replacement.
Kovacic will get games. Declan Rice doesn't have the name in football as in compared to Mateo Kovacic. That guy won 4 Champions League and he's a much bigger name in football than Declan Rice.
Yeah, but it's
Kovacic went unbeaten in European competition for 4 years.
Yeah. And Declan Rice would easily rotate with him without a doubt. He can't be picking and choosing. He's coming from West Ham. This is Chelsea. He should know that he's gonna have to step it down a notch. That he's not gonna be a starter in every game.
He understands what it's like at Chelsea because he just comes straight off our academy. He understands the intensity, he understands the level of competition that there is. So it would be baptism by fire, but that's only the Chelsea way, isn't it?
Yeah, I think he just has to prove himself.
Why Kovacic has to always come off the bench or not? What is wrong with what?
Kovacic needs to start every game.
I get that, but also isn't Kovacic the best substitution that you could bring on from a goal up?
He changed the game, eh?
Giroud.
Giroud?
In midfield.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant in general.
Yeah, it's cool.
Bro, Kovacic is too good to be sitting on.
You ain't getting Grealish. You ain't
paying any money.
Zane, these are the players you're not getting. You're not getting OR. You're not getting Grealish. You're not getting who else were they linked with?
Upamecano.
You're not getting Upamecano. You're not getting any of these players.
Vitmus, what were you saying? Here's the thing. We've had this conversation plenty of times about midfield. And we can all agree the depth there is crazy, and there's always going to be players that are disappointed. But if we got Declan Rice, I don't think Kovacic would take the bench at this point. I've already said with how good N'Golo Kante is playing in DM, I feel a lot more comfortable with him there now. But same way, right now I get it, especially with the next 2 games that we come up, because I personally thought he should have started this game, but with 2 games coming up in the next 3 days, we do have to be very careful about that. That, in hindsight, is why I get why Olivier Giroud didn't start. Because realistically, he's going to start 1 game out of the Villa or the Arsenal one, and that's it.
It's going to be the Arsenal.
Yeah, but let me tell you something.
I hope it's the Arsenal game.
I think it will be.
I'm not going to lie.
I think it will.
Right, one at a time.
Let's have that.
All right, the type of football that we want to play going forward, I think having too many defensive players in midfield won't help us. Look at Liverpool. Look at Wijnaldum. We need a Wijnaldum type player, which would be our Kovacic, and he can't play. Why not?
He can't play that role.
No, Lampard doesn't want him. Bro, this man should be playing every game. As Louis said, I've been saying it over and over and over.
Kovacic is a gem. I really think he's a very
I'll be real. He has been more consistent than Havertz has been this season. So
we disrespect Kovacic.
Why was Havertz not started today?
Hey, you know about this guy's post-match recovery. Well, not post-match recovery, post-virus recovery. And we know that he's had a lot of symptoms coming out, and it would take a bit longer. He came off the bench. He looked sharp, but he was the freshest player on the pitch, so he's obviously going to look.
Guess what? You guys know that.
It's the Arsenal game for me.
Guys, I don't know if any of you have watched my videos before, but I've always said that I'm giving Havertz and Werner a year before I start judging
I
them.
agree with you.
Yeah, but I don't feel
they will have bad performances. They will have horrible performances.
Yeah,
because they're getting used to the Premier League.
Yeah.
The thing is about
it's like going to high school. You've never been there. You will get lost looking for your class.
Yeah. So this is the thing, right? This is a really big point that I tend to bring up a lot, but I feel like it's important. Is that as long as Werner gets into those positions, I understand he's not making the goals, but I feel like the important part is that he's actually getting in those positions. Like, because a really big problem he had with Leipzig was that he was caught offside so many times, and we don't really see that now. Like,
you know, early in the season,
out of the game. Huh?
We saw that early in the season. Like when he first came, we saw that early.
But then he saw how a lot of the teams here play low blocks, so he doesn't have to be caught offside because he's not going to. It doesn't help him. So what he does is now he's getting into those positions and he's still getting off 3-4 shots a game, which is what I want to see. Which is what's important for me, I think.
I just think it's that high line in Germany that they play. So I just think it's the high line in the Bundesliga because if you're quick, you can like Leon Bailey. Like I'm from the Caribbean and I really like Leon Bailey, but I don't know if he could do it. I don't know if he could do it in the Premier League because technically I don't think he's the best. But I like Leon Bailey. There's something about him I really like, and I think he's going to be a good player. But the case on Timo Werner, he's really quick. He can get in behind. So you could, as I said before, I say this all the time. You could put him anywhere in the front three in the Bundesliga, and he'll score goals because the high line, you have so much space to get in behind, and he'll just score a lot of goals. But if you look at Jamie Vardy, because I know Timo Werner's finishing has been a bit questionable this season. But if you look at Jamie Vardy, like they're similar caliber of strikers, so that's how I know that Werner is going to be successful. And Werner if you're being honest, post Vardy's move to Leicester, he had a much more successful career at Leipzig than Vardy probably had at Fleetwood Town and those other teams that he was at.
Fleetwood Town.
No, Havertz and Timo just need time. I'm not, as I said previous times, I'm not pressuring them at all. I mean, it sucks for them to miss chances and not play good, but they need time, and we have to just give them that. Also, Lampard needs time, but are we the fans going to give Lampard that time? Is the board or Roman gonna give Lampard that time?
I'm giving him a year. I'm giving him until summer of 2022.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Lampard.
That's very. You're a good fan, man. You're a good fan. I don't think a lot of people.
This year, time to gel. Next year, big test.
Yeah.
If nothing improves by 2022, then I'm going to question the board.
I agree with that.
Then I'll be Lampard out.
Yeah, probably.
I'm giving him 2 years.
Yeah, I feel like
that's 2 years is fine. I mean, Roman's doing that already. 2 years guaranteed. That's why there's no way he's getting sacked until the end of the season anyway.
It's a project as well, which is what we've got to understand. So
you remember 17-18 when Liverpool brought in Salah, they brought in Ox and all these other players, and they made the Champions League final that there, but they lost to Real Madrid with the Karius effect.
They just kept going.
I guess they had a plan that that season in the Premier League they didn't do that great. I think they just finished a couple points above us, and they were in fourth.
No, I think they finished. I think I think we finished ahead of them that season. Or
no, 17-18.
We finished in the Europa League.
Yeah, and Liverpool just made in top four. I remember. Yeah, and they got 5-0 from Man City. I remember that season well.
Yeah,
and they made Champions League that final. Do you think it's going to be similar for us this season, just to get our ambitions to get a little kickstart?
We'll be lucky to get past Atletico Madrid.
Yeah,
we'll be lucky to get past Atletico Madrid.
Yeah,
I think we can get past Atletico. I believe.
I think so too.
Yeah. I think if we are to get past Atletico, we're going to need a really, really fully fit team. I don't think we can do it with
I agree.
missing. I don't think we can do it with a single player missing.
Fully fit squad.
It's a
and possibly a January signing.
Chelsea, bros. I mean, all you guys seem to know a lot about Chelsea. So I'm saying that you guys have been supporting Chelsea for years, maybe decades. But let me tell you this: Chelsea, one of the luckiest teams in football, and with Chelsea, bro, anything can happen. We can make. We can really. We might be lucky to win even the Champions League.
That 2012 Champions League run, absolute scene.
Except for that, we're lucky. Except for that.
I'm realistic, mate. I am realistic.
No, bro.
Yeah, to be fair, Nippon, I rate you.
That's not negative.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
negativity.
No, it's Atletico is the hardest it gets.
Let me tell you. You see, as a fan, I know we love the club, but we have to be critical when we need to be. We can't be biased, bro. Remember, we love football.
We can't be tied. We can't be tied.
Yeah, we have to talk the truth, man. So we respect what you said, Sharma.
But yeah, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, by the way, I'm actually going to put my link in the private chat.
Oh yeah, quick plug.
Yeah. Me drop your sub, man. Just
so that you can put it on the stream.
Yeah, 1 second.
What's your best case scenario against Arsenal? For me, it's a Werner hat trick. Simple.
Yeah.
Arsenal's getting red card. Oh, that's the best scenario.
And I don't care about that because that happens so often.
El Neni getting a red card. El Neni getting a red card.
Yo.
I feel like if someone says the wrong thing once or twice, they can 100% get them sent off.
Yeah,
if we just break him behind, they're the sort of person to just bring someone down.
Look, if I was Pulisic, and one of Arsenal's midfielders got into me, I would wind them off to the point that they get sent off.
Yeah, I think one thing that's going to be really, really, really massively important. If Pulisic can get into the box, I feel like we are guaranteed a penalty. I don't know why, but maybe it's because they have Luis, Gabriel, and I don't know. They just have mistakes in them. But I feel like if we get into the box, we're going to get a penalty.
If Willian starts, I would love to see the battle. I would love to see the battle between Willian. Oh, it can't be Ziyech because he'll be on the bench.
That'll be cool.
Yo, but honestly, I love the way that you guys are positive about the Gooners on Saturday. But like Sammy, I am worried. I don't know if he's watching, but honestly, Sammy,
Stephanie, if you're on the link, let me know. I'll get you on as well.
Chelsea is a team, bro. We always revive teams. Like
I agree with Vitmus.
I think on Saturday.
Watch out.
They look so good against us and beat us, and it's Arsenal looks like they're going to lift their. I don't want. It's in the back of my head. I hate.
You know how terrified I was to hear that David Moyes hadn't won in Stamford Bridge for like 5 years.
Oh yeah, I thought it was gonna be a second half.
Every single time the announcers give us stats like that, man, it just comes right away.
The thing is about Arsenal is so
Zayn,
bad,
if you're listening, I saw that comment you were saying about Vladimir Putin buying Arsenal. Nah, he's not going to buy Arsenal. They don't like North London. They like West London, Russians.
I think what we can do on Saturday, hold on. I'm just thinking about Saturday. I think what we can do on Saturday, we have to play on the occasion, not like we played like a couple months ago during the FA Cup final. Like that's how we're gonna play on Saturday. And I think from 4 months ago, at the same time, I know we fell a bit cheated in the cup final, but at the same time we were poor in that game. So it's gonna be massive.
We didn't have the same players. We didn't have Mendy. We didn't have Thiago Silva. You know, like a good.
We didn't have anyone.
Yeah, we literally like.
We didn't have any of our. We still wait. Were we playing Kepa or Willie in goal?
Willie.
Oh no, wait, it was Willie. Yeah.
When Aspie went off injured, then Pulisic went off injured. Yeah. That's when you know it's doomed.
Yeah. We were basically very unlucky.
Done. Absolutely done.
It's really unlucky.
You know what?
And also don't forget, Kovacic got sent off with no reason.
And Anthony Taylor.
Guys, like if you think
Anthony Taylor is not, oh my god, that's a very good point. What about the referee?
He's doing. You know, Anthony Taylor's on Chelsea, Man City.
Out of all of our players,
Chelsea, Man City. So long as he's not Chelsea, Arsenal, I'll be fine with that.
Yeah, we'll take it.
Ralph, are you talking about our our academy or just anyone on our team?
Highest ceiling.
Mandarin
There's so many of them.
should get a chance.
If it's academy, I'm gonna say Hudson Odoi. If it's normal, it's probably gonna be Havertz or Werner.
For me, academy and kind of overall as well, Reece James.
Yeah.
Overall for me,
I feel like because he plays right back, it's gonna be a little harder for him to get.
I know what you mean, yeah.
You know, just like the public view, like you don't really get like Trent is different because he does set pieces, so he gets a lot of the public view and a lot.
I know what you mean, yeah.
I understand.
Yeah, I feel. Yeah, I mean, what about you guys? What do you guys think?
I'm not gonna lie.
Good shout.
Not gonna lie. I'm liking the way we scored this season. I mean, you got the likes of defenders scoring goals, and you got the likes of midfield scoring goals. It's just everyone's contributing this season, and I just hope this run of game continue for the defenders. We score all of our back four. Yeah, we scored 9 goals more than last season. I think 9 goals this season, and then how many defenders we scored last season? I can't remember. Probably less than that.
Not many at all.
Yeah, this season, 9 goals so far.
Had one.
We're already 14 games in. It's just astonishing, really.
Probably a few from Alonso, and that's about it. Our centre backs didn't really score.
Reece had a. Did we have a tap in or?
I don't think so.
Yeah, he got a really good this year with that one.
Rudiger scored 2 against Leicester.
Yeah, that's true.
I remember
who has the highest ceiling. Kai Havertz, in my opinion.
Yeah,
that's a good show as well. I think Reece James is a brilliant player, though. I just think that he's getting more recognition now this season because he's doing so well. But I just think that he's English future #1, and he's just so good. I think he's really. Reece James. England's #1 right back. I think he's really good.
I've already said it in a previous call-in. He's better than that guy up in Liverpool.
Because in England right now, the biggest debate is who's better.
You have to put emphasis on it, man.
Oh yeah. No. But listen, right? In England, there's this big debate between Wan-Bissaka and Trent. Who's better between the two? Trent can't defend that well. Wan-Bissaka can't move forward well at all. But Reece can do both.
Exactly.
So that's why I say right now he's the best right back in the Premier League.
Are they playing at the Emirates or at the Etihad?
Emirates.
Well,
it don't matter. 3-1 Man City.
Doesn't matter. Man City are winning.
I just hope one of you lot gets sent off tomorrow. I can feel like tomorrow somebody gonna get sent off tomorrow.
It'll be interesting to see what our lineup is.
It's a cup game, not a league game. If they get sent off in a cup, they can still play against us.
Yeah. I think they can. Yeah.
How big do you guys think? As a factor, right? The fact that we played Arsenal for the FA Cup, and they had not Arsenal. They had what's his name, Arteta, and he's playing with the same system, and we are not. That's a really big thing. We are not playing with the same.
Wait. Do you think Arsenal are going to go back 5 or back 4 against us because they've been mixing it up of late?
There's no way they're going back 4. Impossible. With the kind of attack, no way they're going back 4. Impossible. I don't think they personally feel comfortable playing back 4.
They don't. Arteta doesn't. He's a defensive manager.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like he's going to go back 5, and I feel like that's going to have a really big factor in it. It's the fact that we've already seen them, and they haven't seen us yet. If you get what I mean.
You think Lampard is going to change it this time to play?
Lampard
will go 4-3-3.
Yeah, even if he
good managers never change their tactics.
I got this weird feeling that Giroud is going to start. I think
he probably will. He probably will because it's Arsenal,
bro.
And he's an ex-player.
Yeah.
I feel like if Giroud wasn't going to start, we would have seen him today.
Yeah, I think it'll be Tammy, Giroud, Tammy.
As a starter.
The thing is,
hold on, Pablo. You think it's going to be Giroud and Tammy tomorrow?
No. What I mean is Tammy tonight, Giroud against Arsenal, and then 48 hours after Tammy against Aston Villa. That's the way I think Lampard's going to do it.
No, I hope he starts Werner at striker for Aston Villa.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't want to see Tammy starting against Aston Villa.
Really?
Personally, I would prefer Werner start for Arsenal, and Giroud can start against Aston Villa.
Look, if you bench Werner, he's going to lose confidence.
Yeah.
I think
he's not going to be benched. He's just going to keep playing him on the wing.
I think what we're gonna have to do with this Christmas period of all these fixtures, we gotta remember that maybe Thiago Silva could sit up for one of these. You see, if we didn't
must start against Arsenal. He must start against Arsenal.
Thiago Silva's not playing against Aston Villa.
Must start. Yeah, I don't think he's playing against Aston Villa.
Then who's gonna play? Christensen,
Rudiger and Zuma, or Rudiger and Christensen.
That could work. Yeah.
The
thing is,
Rudiger is so bad though.
If we didn't lose a game,
how quick are we playing Aston Villa after Arsenal?
48 hours.
Yeah.
Is it a league game? Is it a league game?
No, not even 2 days. It's 26 and 27th no game and 28th.
Monday
Where's
evening.
Aston Villa playing?
oh my god! And then 3 days later, then we have
Aston Villa playing Boxing Day as well.
Yeah, let me check actually about Villa.
Yeah, but remember, guys, this is what it's always been like in the Premier League, so.
Yeah, that's true. But I feel like
Villa in ninth. Villa in ninth.
Aston Villa are playing Boxing Day as well, but they're playing at 3 o'clock. We're playing at 5:30, and then we're playing Villa on the Monday at 5:30 as well.
I'm comfortable with a B team against Villa because they don't have the type of depth that we have.
They have Jack Grealish, mate.
Bro.
Villa are good.
Villa are a good team. Let's not disrespect them.
Take Aston Villa lightly, guys. We have seen
we can't. Did you see how much they shipped across them lot in North London?
Bro.
And then again, anyone can.
Bro, if Lampard goes with a weaker team against Aston Villa, we are going to pay for it.
I think he is, though. I think he is. I think he is.
48 hours?
48 hours. 48 hours. Exactly 48 hours. We play Arsenal. We play Arsenal at 5:30 on Boxing Day. And then we play Aston Villa on Monday again at 5:30.
Yeah, but
so that's exactly 48 hours.
What you think Villa will do then? What you think Villa will do? Will they be resting as well?
I think they'll make like 4 or 5 changes.
We're home or away to Villa?
Home.
If beat against us, that would be suicide for them. But hey, I'm fine with that.
I mean, the team we played in the Champions League to beat Sevilla still. That team can definitely beat Villa if they come out. So maybe.
But Sevilla didn't. But Sevilla were rotated as well, though. Let's not forget that.
Yeah, true.
Hopefully, Villa will be rotated as well, though.
Yeah, we have to. I feel like.
Yeah, they gotta rotate.
Why would they rotate? They're not playing for a European spot, though. We are.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying, but most managers tend to give their...
Aston Villa they have like what? 19 points with 2 games in on. If they win those 2 games in on, and not X out, not our game, but if they win their 2 games in on, they'll be on like 24 points or 25 points. That's going for top 4 as well. Which manager in a position
they'll be in a Europa League spot if they win their next game.
Bro, Southampton are trying to get top 4.
How do you know that?
What do you mean? Oh, we know, bro. You know, see the type of football Southampton playing.
They're playing well, though. The thing is about if we're considering these fixtures coming up, the Arsenal are in poor form, and I know it's a derby, but if we're really considering,
that's true, Stephanie.
I think Villa is
true.
I think Villa is more dangerous than Arsenal. If we're being completely honest, we are playing better
football.
Yeah, they are playing better football, but Arsenal, I know it's a derby, so
their midfield is better than Arsenal's.
So hold on, so Sharma, if you were the coach of Southampton or Aston Villa with the position and the points that you have right now, wouldn't you be playing for top 4?
I would.
Exactly what I'm saying. So Southampton and Aston Villa, but in the back of the coach's mind, they are trying to sneak in the top 4.
Look, if I was playing with any team, I'd focus on top 4.
Huh?
Even if I was playing like Fulham, I'd still say, let's try to surprise the world.
Exactly.
No. I don't know about Fulham.
I feel like the only reason Villa's performing is they're not in they're not in the Champions League like other people are. Like that's the only reason Everton is performing is because they don't play as much games as the top 6 or the people that are in the Champions League
or Europa League.
I feel like they have so much more, like they have more advantages than we do because they don't play as much games. But then now that we see they have to play a game 2 days after they just played a game, there's no way they're going to put their starting squad again.
Yeah, let's see how they cope.
Every single manager tends to give the day after a game as a rest day. so that they can relax and get back up. So are you telling me they're going to get 1 day of training and then put the same team?
What players are you getting for Ballon d'Or? Waste, man. I'm not hearing
There's
that.
no way that they're going to put the same team on.
I think I still think they'll keep a few. Like I get the feeling Grealish will play both games.
100%.
It's going to be a game.
He could play 38 games a season. That guy doesn't cut out at all.
And I think we'll have to do the same with some of our players as well. We've got one right back now, one left back. They're gonna have to play. They're gonna have to play game after game now. Like, so a few are gonna have to play.
We still don't know how bad Chilwell's injured. It could just be a roll of the ankle that he just didn't want to put any pressure on.
Yeah,
wanted to keep it safe. So we could be back. So we really don't know. Hudson-Odoi, Ziyech, they could be back for the Villa game as well.
Hudson-Odoi and Ziyech will both start against Villa.
Exactly.
I think so.
Already, that's better than what we had against West Ham today. So
it's
massive,
yeah.
And you would say that okay. Never mind. I wouldn't say West Ham is a better team than Villa, but they're like close to the same. Like,
no, but West Ham are playing, bro. West Ham are playing good as well.
And West Ham have a better defense than Villa. You have to remember that. West Ham have a better defense, and we put 3 on them on a bad day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I didn't even play particularly well.
I don't feel like I don't feel like we should be afraid of Villa. I don't think so. There's no way,
bro. Honestly, the only thing that I would say is the reason why I have to be careful. We have to be careful of Villa, bro. They put 7 past Liverpool.
Yeah.
That you have to consider that, bro.
But that was a one-off.
And Liverpool played a really, really high line that game. Liverpool are complacent.
Bro, it could have ended 3, really ended 5, but they got 7.
Yeah,
I don't think
they wanted it more than Liverpool. They wanted it more than Liverpool.
Bro, the only cushion we have is that they're going to have to rest players as well.
The thing is about Villa, the way how they play, they counter-attack so lovely, like how they did against Arsenal. And I think that against counter-attacking sides, except for Wolves, we've looked pretty decent. I think so. Like we played against United, maybe that one Rashford shot that Mendy saved that could have gone in, probably Mata one. But if we're going to speak about teams up there before we get on to the other fixtures, what about the top 4? Because my predictions for top 4 are changing. So oh my god, like Spurs,
it's crazy.
And then United are back up there. Like, you guys think that United are going to finish up there, but I think Europa League is going to affect their season, and I don't think they know it yet, unless Real Sociedad knock them out. I think it's going to affect their season. I think it's going to affect them a bit, and probably.
Who's this? Man United.
Yeah, Man United.
I don't think Real Sociedad are going to knock them out.
Yeah, Man United are playing some. I don't know.
Man United are getting past Sociedad.
Yeah, exactly.
Although it would be hilarious if they didn't.
No,
I'm going to say that now.
50, because Sociedad are leading the La Liga, so they're playing good. Wait,
aren't Atletico leading in La Liga?
Yeah, they're not leading anymore. But the point still stands. They've had a very good season in La Liga.
Overtake. That could play in our favor.
The point does stand, but at the same time,
that could play in our favor. Would Diego Simeone want the UCL more or La Liga more?
He'll want the UCL more, 100%.
He'll just play the same team in both games.
He want the league to be for a proper champion.
We'd want everything, bro. We know Simeone. He want everything, bro. This is the opportunity for Atletico to win the league again.
But look, they're not Bayern Munich. They're not winning the treble.
2013. Huh?
No, they're not going to win the treble. But this is the worst. If you think about La Liga, that's the worst, and the teams are in there. That's the worst Barcelona side I've seen in years.
They still have their magician. They still have their magician, though.
I have never seen a Barcelona. I'm 18 right now, and I've never seen a Barcelona side as bad as that one. No, like there's they're terrible, bro. Like,
you think they overrate their players, Barca fans?
No.
Yes.
Do you think Barcelona fans overrate their players?
No way. Because the sort of players that went to Barcelona, Ronaldinho, and all these.
I'm talking about the current team. I'm not talking about from back then. I'm talking about the current team.
Yeah, they are.
Overrating.
I don't know if it's overrated. I think they're just a lot of players like Griezmann and Coutinho who just don't fit in the team and are playing poorly.
What do you say fit into the team or more?
Coutinho's doing quite well.
No.
He started off having a good season.
Yeah, he did, but he doesn't really.
No disrespect, man. But for real, I was just gonna say that, but I don't want to sound rude, but we could keep it blues. You see what I'm saying?
No bullshit. I got you.
Nippon, we need to get you on a Chelsea shirt sooner or later, bro.
I haven't got one. I haven't got one.
Huh?
You haven't got one? I'm gonna have to send you one in that case.
Repping Spain, I love that.
After Rory's comment here, you should never risk a player. You should never risk a player because it could just make it 10 times worse. So there's no
risk.
But look, it's a derby. We should always go strongest in a derby.
No. Not with an injury. It's the same way how we rushed Pulisic back and he went out again. So there's no point. There's no need.
1 second, guys. This guy, London is red. What's? Oh, come on, bro. I would never.
Watch him score against you. Watch him score against you on Boxing Day.
And he'll do it more. These Arsenal fans, they love it. Please.
No, but bro, if Chelsea was in the position at Arsenal, I would never show my face.
Yeah, literally. They got it. I don't know what's wrong with them.
Here's the thing. He isn't showing his face. He's showing Saka's face.
I would never show my face in this comment talking about this. I'm mad, bro. What is wrong with this?
Look, if we were ever in the same position as Arsenal, thank God we are not.
Yeah, I feel like we should have a
I
rule.
would be absolutely fuming.
Lewis, you should have a rule. If you're gonna be an Arsenal fan in the chat, you gotta be like Zane. You gotta toss in some pounds, you know?
Yeah, yes. Donate.
That's when they get on the top. Only Zane or my boy Jason. They're the only ones that could get on there. The rest, I'm not hearing it.
The thing is, right? What if Arsenal fans want to give us slander? Apart from Aubameyang, who else in that side can get in our team? Probably Partey. I don't even know if Partey.
No, Kova's better than Partey.
Partey. We had the chance to get him, but Lampard wasn't the style of DM that he wanted. So
they wanted Rice, so they just said, "We'll wait till summer."
Yeah.
Please believe, if we wanted Partey, we would have overtaken Arsenal and got Partey. His own dad was begging us to sign him.
Marina would have wrapped on deadline day.
His dad was saying, "I want a bigger club like Juventus or Chelsea to come in, but if Arsenal come in, it's fine."
Yeah. Can I just say, I don't know why he left Atletico for Arsenal though.
Thank God we didn't send him though because he's injured.
Look at how it's going so well for that the one they have out on loan there.
Torreira.
Yeah.
Torreira? I forgot about him, you know.
He's at Atletico. Must be laughing.
He doesn't play much for them, but yeah.
The Uruguayan that was really sharp.
Yeah.
The one they said was better than Kante.
Oh yeah.
No, I think that was Jacques. Hey, you want to hear something stupid?
Yeah.
Arsenal were given the golden opportunity to sign Conte from Leicester City. Arsene Wenger turned his nose on him, saying he was too expensive, and Granit Xhaka would be a better deal.
Oh, never know that.
Kante. We got to speak about Kante's form though. I think he's back to his best now because I'm not going to reveal what show I heard this on. I don't know if you guys were present for that show, but on a YouTube show that I watched about 6 weeks ago, a certain Man United fan said that Fred is better than Kante, and when I heard that, I said, you know what? Let me turn that off one time.
Yeah.
Who was it?
I'm not going to reveal his name. Like, if you really want to know, like, just DM me or something.
Say it in the private chat.
Yeah.
Cool. Bro, Manchester United fans will never change, bro. They're always the same, man.
They overtook us for the first time in months. You see the amount of lip that we were getting for the next 3 days. They crash and burn.
My entire family.
I've already told you which fan base annoys me. Top 5. Arsenal, United, Celtic.
Oh, Tottenham.
Tottenham is such a small team. Where I live, Tottenham is such a small team. Like, there's no one here that really supports Spurs like that. Probably older guys.
They don't bother. To be honest with you,
Yeah.
They're just there. They don't really annoy me that much, if I'm honest with you.
Spurs not really annoying, to be
They
honest.
don't annoy me. So Arsenal, Man United, Celtic, because Rangers are my favourite team in Scotland.
That makes
Bayern
sense.
Munich.
Hey, Rangers and Chelsea, love. It's always love between them two.
I don't hate on Bayern Munich. How do you hate on Bayern Munich?
One of their fans, like, trash talks the Premier League so much.
Yeah, okay. But I always respected Bayern Munich, man. They are.
Okay, not Bayern then. Barcelona. Their fans annoy me so much.
Yeah.
What about Liverpool, man, bro?
Because they win everything.
I have the one Liverpool.
I'm not moved at all by Liverpool fans, to be honest.
The one
and number 5, Real Madrid.
The one Liverpool fan I know here where I live, right? He's a big guy in he's one Liverpool man that sums it up all up for all of the Liverpool fans.
What, James Redmond?
No. I don't live in it. Where I live in Barbados, there's one Liverpool fan that in my age group everyone should know. That guy is one of the. That guy is like just says a lot of things that baffles me. Like it's just surprising because Liverpool fans are incredibly delusional. Before they were even winning, like they were still saying Balotelli was gonna. I remember when they got Balotelli and they were Balotelli's back at Liverpool and he's gonna be better than Suarez. He's gonna be better than Aguero. And look, I'm now Balotelli doesn't even have a club now. Liverpool fans are
He does. He plays in the second tier of Italian football.
Oh,
wow. For a team called, I believe, Monza.
Wow.
I remember at some point we were linked with him. Good thing we didn't get him because his career was just on a massive decline. But at least he had some other stuff to speak about because he's a Champions League winner. But that's besides some.
Wait, who did he win it with?
Inter.
Who did he win it?
Johnny, we don't have no love for Liverpool, bro. Johnny, what you say, Johnny? Don't say that. We don't have no love for Liverpool.
Yo, you know what's crazy?
One club we love in London and a Chelsea, bro. Come on, in the Premier League, we can say. Remember London, wrong thing.
No.
Premier League.
Ever since I bought this kit, the man hasn't scored.
Oh.
Ever since
who?
Werner.
Like I have a ZX shirt and the one I'm wearing.
Maybe you should wear someone else. Yeah. Maybe you should wear like a Conte shirt. And then Werner might wear Conte's shirt on Boxing Day, and Werner might score.
And you know the funny thing about
another kid, it has to be Mason Mount, man. I gotta give him his respect,
bro. Honestly, I don't want any names on jerseys anymore, man, because Hazard broke my heart.
Wait till March, April, and then get the name on the back. That way, you never take an L. I know mates have Bakayoko shirts, Morata shirts. Nah.
I only buy the shirts of someone that signs like a really long deal. And
hey, remember when the fans turned against him in that game against Watford?
Who? Morata?
No.
Bakayoko. Oh my God! Oh yeah. 4-0 or 4-1. I can't remember. I remember. I was in the gym when that game was playing, and like when I was watching it, like I just couldn't get it done anymore. Like I remember that game so much. Like we went through a lot of hard things. Even
the Diego Costa jersey when we won the Premier League, when Diego Costa just came in, then he left. Then I got Hazard on this one with the FA Cup, and then he left after. And I'm like, no more name. No more name. Just a jersey.
I feel like
Hazard. Did you not see it coming though? Hazard moving to Real Madrid. It was going to happen at one time or another, though.
I saw it happening.
No, but you know what? The funny thing is, Jogba tried to convince him to stay at Chelsea. You know, when they were on holidays in America.
I didn't even
know that. It's understandable, but I feel like the only reason he left is because he already cemented himself as a legend. So I feel like that's the only way that you would.
As a hyper person.
No.
Well, there's a saying called leave a legend or live long enough to see yourself becoming a.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like Especially, I'm glad that he left after he won a trophy. That's the most important.
Yeah,
thing.
but for me, he's no legend though. He's just another top, like one of the best.
Nah, he's a legend. He's
player that came
gotta
through.
be a legend. You gotta be a legend. You gotta give him. You gotta give him. Nah, Hazard is my goal.
You have to give it to him. He carried us under an.
Yeah, but that make legend.
Carried us under Conte, dude. He carried us,
bro.
Wait, Hazard's
I mean, we have to agree to disagree. Yeah. But for me, Hazard is not a legend, brother.
Hazard is a Chelsea legend.
Really?
Come on.
He's a legend.
This is a hot take. This is a hot
take.
Calm down.
Almost a decade.
That's controversial.
Calm down.
He spent almost a decade at our club. If you are world class at our club and you win multiple trophies, you're a legend.
If you win multiple PFA Player of the Years, you're a legend, man. Come on,
bro. Maybe I'm just but maybe I'm just sad that he left. I'm just saying it. But for me, bro, if you think about when Drogba, compare Drogba to Hazard, when we call Drogba a legend, what is status of Hazard to Drogba to compare them as being a legend?
Champions League. I feel like it's the Champions League.
I know what you mean. You're talking about Drogba's, Terry's, Lampard's, Czech, like all of these guys, but still.
No, I feel like it's the Champions League. That's probably what.
Yeah.
Like half of that Champions League squad is what we would say is our modern legends, and it's because they won the Champions League squad, and of course they won multiple Premier Leagues as well.
Exactly.
But the big thing is you don't really get legend status until you win a Champions League. But for me, it's just the fact that the way that he carried us under that Antonio Conte regime, the way that he played that year, man, I gotta give it to him, man. When you single-handedly win your team a trophy, that's legend status. That's legend status.
100% agreed.
Hold on, Vitmus, how old are you?
Like 28.
Okay, that's why. Like me and Tyrese are 18. So like for a majority of our lives, or not majority, but like for a big part of it, Hazard was a big one. So
that's same as me. That's same as me.
I'm 26. Sorry, I'm 27.
The first Chelsea game I watched was I can remember it so well. It was a cup game, and I think we had one. We still had Mata, and I remember Bertrand was at left back, and I do remember Petr Cech and goal. I can't remember which cup game it was, but I think we won like 3-0 that game. And that's how I became a Chelsea fan. Like Hazard was a major part of the reason
I've been watching Chelsea from about 2003, but properly 2004 when we won the first league with Mourinho. That's when I really started following football. But so I've seen the caliber of players come through Chelsea, bro. I've watched them all. You get me? So that's why I've said Hazard was not a legend. But if we can say, as my guy said, he's the modern day legend of Chelsea, then I can say, yeah.
You're lucky enough to see a prime Lampard and a prime Drogba. I was probably too little to see a prime Drogba and Lampard. But what I've heard, I know they were brilliant. But I witnessed Eden Hazard, and he was brilliant for us.
Yeah, even when I was growing up, Drogba and Lampard were balling out in like the FA Cup and that Champions League. That 2012 season was like unforgettable.
I remember Lampard's goal being disallowed at the 2010 World Cup.
Yeah, I feel like, listen, if Drogba doesn't have,
I remember that one.
If Drogba doesn't have that header and that penalty, I don't think he's a legend as well, man. If he doesn't have that header and a penalty in that Champions League, no way.
I'd still consider him a legend.
No, man, I would still consider Drogba as a legend, man. If him never win the Champions League, the things that he have done for Chelsea in the past, man. There's
fair. Again, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like if I as a Chelsea fan myself, like my recollection is after my main viewing and
50%, Sammy.
It's after the Champions League final.
I'll be right back. Just give me
mine's like but I'm like 2010, 2011-ish. I first started really, like properly.
Yeah. I feel like, literally. I mean, the first kit I ever had was a Frank Lampard kit, and it was in 2010, maybe 2009, and it was crazy. But I feel like, for one, I feel like we gotta give Hazard the legend status.
Yeah,
man.
Hazard's a Chelsea legend there.
As I said,
No way.
the only reason I might say that he's not is because I'm hungry that he left the club. I'm not disrespecting that man. That man deserves 100% love, man.
You know,
but for me, I mean, I've always said, Ronaldo. I give Ronaldo the props over Messi because he left and went on and play for other clubs and was successful in doing
but
so.
What if Messi does the same and goes to either PSG or Manchester City?
Please don't start that debate. Please don't.
Messi. No, it's not a debate. I'm not sticking there. I'm not sticking there. I'm just saying. But then I look at Messi and I'm like, oh my word, Messi is so loyal to Barcelona. That's what I wanted from Hazard. You get me? But
Hazard never had that sense of loyalty. He never had
what I wanted from Hazard. I know you wanted to play for Real Madrid, but come on, man. Look at the club and look at the statue of what you were at the club and how much you meant to the fans.
Yeah,
I feel like this is the thing. I feel like had we had a constant manager, I feel like he would have been able to stay. But the fact of the matter is, he had no certainty that we were going to get another good manager because we were going to fire Sarri anyway. So it's like it was a sense of I don't think he knew, like, because every year was something different. Let's be honest. As Chelsea fans, we don't know what happens next year. Like, that's how it's been the past 6 years. And so I feel like that doesn't give players a sense of security that they need. Like every single year we're picking up players because the new manager wants them.
Yeah. That's why like now we've got a project.
I was just about to go in the manager debate. Like, I think Antonio Conte set us back so much. I personally believe so.
No.
He sold Costa, didn't make sense. Why did he sell Costa for? And then the transfer windows that he got. I don't know if we're saying that Marina Granovskaya is this the woman in the transfer business. Like, why did we get Drinkwater? Why did we get all these dead players? Like,
I think
dead at the time.
Yes.
They weren't dead at the time. Danny Drinkwater was a player when he played with Conte.
I know what you mean. So like back then we were signing Drinkwater and Zappa Costa, and now what we're doing is getting like Havertz, Werner, Chilwell, Mendy, Thiago Silva.
Going back to 2012 now, after the Champions League, we were linked. I don't know when Aguero joined Man City.
We were linked. I think we were linked to Aguero. I remember. I think at that time we were linked to Aguero, and then I think we backed out. But yeah.
We got Hazard. We got Hazard after Champions League.
Yeah, actually, I remember the day we signed Hazard. Actually, I really remember that day. I was a bit little, and it was him in a little black suit holding up the shirt. I think I remember that day. But I think what I was saying about Antonio Conte, or I think he was speaking earlier, so I'm gonna let him. You can continue.
Honestly,
sorry, I received a phone call, so.
I think Conte set us back because
I wouldn't say that
because I don't know why.
As long as he won he won a Premier League, so I don't think.
Yeah, he won us our last Premier League.
If he won, I would say he set us back, but since he won, it's okay.
But we have to question why were we so bad that season?
Was a smart manager, bro. This man,
smart man,
came into the Premier League and he was forced to play the formation that everyone was playing, 4-3-3, 4 this 4, and it wasn't working for us.
Who's this?
His original 3 at the back formation.
People don't understand. People don't understand. Conte changed the Premier League. He changed it.
Antonio Conte said that he's not going to go to Manchester City and play attacking football and get 6-0. We got 1-0 and we didn't play well because we were dominated by a City team that was dominating the Premier League. You get me? And we went there sorry. And I'm not a sorry hater, but we went there sorry. We played attacking football and what happened?
We got slapped up.
I think he's arguably, after Andre Villas-Boas, the most hated Chelsea boss ever. Like, I really hated Villas-Boas. Really hated Villas-Boas.
Big up yourself, Sammy. Big up yourself.
I remember when he benched Lampard.
To be honest.
Yeah, he was up to all sorts. Wait, who do you hate more? Do you hate Sarri?
But
I'm not a Sarri hater.
The amount of hate.
I would love it.
Yo.
Oh, sorry, bro. Sorry. So sorry.
Yo, go on, brother. Go on. Me hear you.
Yeah, the amount of hate that Mourinho got when he came back was oh man, like it was really bad. Especially when the entire dressing room just turned their back on him. I think it was David Luiz, even Eden Hazard, like the entire club.
Oh yeah.
It was Hazard and Hazard because
it was Hazard and Luiz.
The medical girl, I forgot what her name is.
Ava Canedo.
That was from.
Yeah.
Did he have like an affair with her?
Yeah, because Hazard had an affair with her. Yeah, he was.
No, we don't know if that's true.
Yeah, we don't have that.
What? Who had an affair with Eva?
It was a rumor. I highly doubt it was true. I
don't think.
Hazard moving mad. I heard.
I don't think he did. It was true, to be honest. I thought the only thing that pissed off Hazard was that he felt that he was like the way
Ivanovic. I remember.
Man said that makes sense because his form went off a cliff that season.
It was three. I think it was 3 goals. I remember he scored against Spurs when Leicester won the league. Yeah, I think so.
Who?
And Hazard. He scored against,
when he cut their chances. When he killed.
Yeah.
100% real. I'm not hearing that.
By the way, that is one of the dirtiest games I have ever seen a Tottenham side play. The amount of dirty tackles they were making that game was absolutely filthy. But I was disgusted watching that game. It was so bad. They were so desperate. It was terrible.
Bro, that game they were leading us 2-0, right?
Yep.
And we came back.
13 yellow cards in that game. That was just so ridiculous to watch. Yeah.
Oh, man, it hurt. It was really bad.
Bro,
there's one
hey,
thing
Max, get in here, man.
As you guys were saying,
Max, do you want an invite?
I think Antonio Conte, man, was just buying the players that he thought that would suit his type of play. That's how we end up buying some of those guys. Zappa Costa, they were all attacking wing backs.
Yeah. He's a pragmatic manager.
We were playing in a 5, like a 3 at the back formation or 5 at the back formation. So he wanted attacking wing backs that could go forward, like do a job, help us go forward, and then get back and defend. So
100%. If you look at it now, if you look at the Premier League now, with a lot of the lower league or not the lower table, that's what they do now. They try and have the 3 strong, tall center backs, and then they have the attacking fullbacks. That's what he literally changed the game. Like he completely changed the game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We have to give Antonio Conte respect.
That was a really good season for us.
How can we not respect this man that even though we held the record for a year, like we went 14 games unbeaten, like 14 wins in a row. Come on, consecutively. You get me?
Who was leading us though? Who was leading us? Who was leading us to those 14 wins?
It wasn't Arsenal. Was it Arsenal who had like 13 wins and we end up with 4?
No. I said who was leading our team during that streak.
Conte.
Bro, it was
the legend Hazard.
No, bro.
Legend.
Yeah, he played a big role, but
it
was like
exactly, Pablo. He played a big role, but he was not Diego Costa, bro. That's where I got the jersey. Diego. Bro, the man scored 50 goals quicker than even Drogba for the club with less games. Diego Costa, bro.
Diego Costa was a filthy finisher, man. He finished.
He was the man that gave Chelsea that season.
He was.
Bro.
But who's the one that was giving it to him?
In the games that Hazard didn't turn up, who turned up?
Yeah, but this is the thing for me, right? The thing that people don't really understand, that like a big part of Hazard's game was that he took out 2-3 players out of the opposing team. Like he completely just made them, like he just completely isolated them. And that opened it up for everyone. That's the only reason Willian still had a spot on our team. Is because the amount of space that Hazard was able to take away for the rest of the team, and it just completely freed it up. That's the only reason why Willian played good. And now that
it was mainly Pedro playing then though.
That's Willian. But bro, Diego Costa, bro, in games Hazard was not his best. Remember, Hazard was like injured came back and he wasn't playing that well sometimes. Bro, Diego Costa was bullying defense. You forget about this. He was in the media for bad tackling defenders and getting defenders booked for cards.
Costa was so strong. That guy was so strong.
Man.
Hazard was a big part though. Like Hazard won player of the season that year.
Yeah.
Of course, I agree with you because it was easy for Hazard to even get player of the season because
was Diego Costa ever on the Ballon d'Or shortlist?
You already have eyes looking at him, so he just had to score like 10 goals and made maybe 15 assists, and he would have gotten it. But for me, yes, Hazard was instrumental in us winning the league that year. But bro, I cannot forget Diego Costa.
Legend, you guys would call him a legend.
They're both Chelsea legends.
He wasn't there long enough for me to say he's a legend.
No, Costa can be a legend. I will allow the Hazard.
Costa was there.
Costa was just too sick, man.
He was really good though. Like I remember when he scored against Newcastle, and then it was early on in the season in 2014-15 season when he scored against I think Swansea. I remember when we bought him, and I was like jumping up and down, and I was so disappointed when we saw Costa. Like, I really.
I think we all loved Costa by the end of it.
Yeah.
I
feel like the way that it ended was really. I feel like he should have been given a. I feel like he was done dirty by Conte. He was kind of done dirty.
That's the only thing. That's the only bad thing I have against Antonio Conte for letting Diego left like that.
Yeah, and that's the only thing I had against him. But why I said that he said is bad is because I think we as a Chelsea football club, we always allowed our managers to make the signings, and we looked at Jose, we looked at all these guys that got all the players that they wanted, but the players that Conte got just didn't suit us, and they all flopped. And the one thing that he got a lot of money to spend, he just wasted it. And
bro,
he wanted
Morata, bro. Chelsea just didn't want to spend 80 million on a player, which is Romelu Lukaku, because we sold him for like 20 million or 30 million to Everton, and the board did not want to spend 80 million on a player that we sold for 20. So we ended up with Morata. We didn't want Morata, bro. Conte said it. We didn't want it.
To be fair, Vitmus, Morata was a panic buyer as well.
Yeah.
No, hold on, guys. I feel like this is kind of like
I agree with you.
We spent the whole summer. Every week. Romelu Lukaku, and then we got Morata.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
I remember that. I remember the day we signed him in 2017 in that summer, and I remember the day when Lukaku played for Man U in preseason. I was like, yo, why did
Let's not forget, we gave away our most important asset, Nemanja Matic from Manchester United. That was the stupidest thing.
I will never forget that goal in the FA Cup semi-final.
It was after he scored banger, man. Spurs,
What a banger!
What a banger! That guy is good,
bro. Conte was just a bully, man. I respect him as a manager, but he was a bully.
Yeah.
That's why, man.
He can get a bit hot-headed, Conte.
Yeah, did you see that salty interview he gave after signing for Inter Milan?
Yeah.
That I hope we get relegated.
He's having problems with their board at the moment, because they're giving him everything he wants. I still don't know what's his problem.
Yeah.
They're giving him everything he wants.
You're right on that, Vitmus, because Chelsea came off winning the league in 16-17 and then sold Matic and sold Costa. They're like two vital players.
Vital.
Honestly, Costa.
When you talk about the spine of a team,
hold on. Honestly, to Costa, I think he texts Conte that he wants to go. That's the most. That's his message is clear that I want to go back to Atletico. Literally,
Do you think we still have Costa? He could have been on Aguero's level?
No, not at all.
No.
He didn't have the. Sadly, he didn't have the.
Yeah, why didn't we sign Sergio Aguero when he was at Atletico Madrid?
I don't know.
No, because I think Roman's little boy wanted Torres at the club, man.
Who?
I remember this. Like,
Who is Roman's little boy?
You have a son, brother. I have a son.
And he asked his son if he want Torres on a girl, and I think he picked Torres, and we got Torres. I don't know how true that is, but we got Torres.
His son, Roman Abramovich's son wanted. Oh well, if you're a billionaire owner of a football club, your son wants something. Your son's gonna get it.
His son was a big fan of Fernando Torres, and he decided that that's the man he wanted to spend the money on.
I'm sorry. If I was Roman Abramovich, I would have gone what's best for the team, not what's best for my son.
Yeah, but as you just said it, you're a $1 billion. You're a $1 billion man, and your son wants something. So
I'll give him something else. I'll give him like a Ferrari or a yacht.
Go wrong with Torres, because Torres, as much as he wasn't as great as he was at Liverpool, at Chelsea, he's still a Premier League legend. Like he still is.
And he has an icon card on FIFA. Did you know that?
But at the same time, hold on. At the same time, we don't play the kind of style that Man City play. So it's not a guarantee that Aguero would have done the same thing.
You know, that's a good point,
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that too.
That playing style just, but
I mean, natural strikers are just natural strikers, bro. I think Kun Aguero would. I don't know. I mean, you have a point, but I think he would have.
The thing is about Pep told Aguero when he first came to Manchester City that he wants him to play a certain way, and if he doesn't play like that, he could go. And Aguero improved that aspect of his game.
Yeah.
So that's why he could play in Pep's team. So to say our playing style doesn't suit Aguero. Kun Aguero could get in any Premier League side. And probably not right now.
Not Liverpool. Not Liverpool.
The comment said, guys, I think it was
Liverpool's style of play.
Hold on. Someone in the comments said, guys, I think it was rather John Terry that said no for Aguero. It was in the Tifo Football YouTube channel.
Why did you say no? I don't know.
Preference, probably. But anyway,
John Terry was brilliant, though. Like,
man, bro.
Let me get this quick question out. So, in the previous, you could say 3, 4, 5 years, right? The previous 4 or 5 Premier League winners. If you look at the team that they've built, majority of the players that star in their team or carried them to their successes have come from other Premier League clubs. If you look at Liverpool, Mane, Van Dijk, right?
Salah. Southampton.
Salah, technically, he played for Chelsea, so you can say he had a Premier League background. So, yes, so Salah too. And so you can say those 3 are majority, what carried them, right?
Yeah.
Riyad Mahrez, Kyle Walker, John Stones, Kevin De Bruyne.
I wouldn't really say Mahrez was influential really on City winning the league a couple years ago. I don't think so.
I think he was, especially those the crosses with the left foot that let Leroy Sané go chase after them. That's how it was.
But he didn't really start a lot of games, though. I think.
Yeah, but anyway, the question is, do you think that in order for us to take that next step forward into challenging, we need to start looking at other Premier League clubs, not to steal players from, but again, so that we don't waste the time the first 3 or 2 to 3 months of the season waiting for them to mold in and get used to the play style. Do you think that moving forward we should be looking to pull players from Premier League?
Yeah. Yannick Vestergaard from Southampton.
Just go one by one.
One of you guys can go first. I don't mind. Who want to go first?
You said Vestergaard from Southampton. That's a fair shout. I think he's too slow though. I feel like he's a little too slow.
Really slow.
Bro, we've got centre backs. We've got centre backs out on loan as well.
No, we might need a centre back, to be honest. Pablo. We might need one solid centre back.
I'll sign it.
David Alaba on a free or Sergio Ramos on a free. That's
probably. But does Sergio Ramos want to leave Spain though? He doesn't know English.
I think he'll stay at Real.
He could.
He very well. Wait. I genuinely think that we need the likes of like Upamecano. That I would love to buy him.
I agree.
Someone outside compared to taking someone else. Do you think it's because it's going to be more expensive?
If I'm being honest,
YB, someone in the comments said, YB1 says Ismail Sarr, yeah, as a backup winger. What?
But he's in the championship. Yeah, that's a good option. That's a really good
taking
one.
someone from taking someone from England.
Yeah, I think that. I think getting Sarr right now and going to January and probably get Sarr either cheap or probably get him on a loan would be a good option for us because I could rely on it. I saw him last season. Enough I saw from him, yeah.
Okay, so you think that we're better off getting players from England?
I wouldn't necessarily say better off because if you looked at it, all of our players that brought us success came from different leagues. Drogba.
That's true.
Drogba.
It's different times.
Ivanovic, Anelkas, all these guys came from different leagues. So, and if you look at Premier League history, the really only team that got a lot of homegrown talent and a lot of talent from other teams was Man United. So
the class of '92.
Yeah,
guys.
We're never gonna get another one of those.
What about you, Pablo?
Mondem.
Centre back wise, you know who I think is a good one? Jimenez from Atletico.
He'll want to start every game though.
And he would when Thiago Silva gets sold. Him and Zoom.
Yeah, that would be a good partnership.
Yo, Mondem.
But will he leave Atletico? That's the thing.
He would, yeah.
Big up on yourself. We link up on next time.
Wouldn't he see us as a downgrade?
Your fitness.
Yeah.
Big up.
Wouldn't he see Chelsea as a downgrade though?
Who? Jimenez?
Jimenez.
I don't think so. Because they still haven't. They're in the same kind of battle that we're in, except they're not as young. If that makes sense.
No? Yeah, Atletico don't really win anything. You know, they play really good.
What happened to Lewis? What happened to Lewis?
Hold on, can I actually say this though? This is the one I'm probably interested in the most. But Malang Sarr, because he's been out on loan this season. Do you guys think that once he come back at the end of the season, like he's gonna go straight into the first team, or I think it'll be more like second.
I think he needs another loan. I think he needs another loan. I'm not
gonna lie to you. I have no clue. I've never seen him play. I don't know how good he is.
He looks good. He looks good, Malang Sarr. I think Malang Sarr will be a loan, and then another loan, and then maybe another loan, and then I think Chelsea are going to sell him. Honestly, I don't know if he has a future at Chelsea.
He could be Kurt Zuma 2.0.
Tomori's the same. Do you think Tomori's an investment as well?
Tomori?
Well,
I think they're going to sell Tomori, to be honest.
Yeah, I think Tomori will be sold. I think Malang Sarr is an investment. We got him for free. I think they'll do a few loan spells and sell him for like 30 million. I think someone who they'll use. I don't know if you guys know him much, but Mark Guehi, who's out on loan at Swansea.
Yeah, he's doing well. He's doing really well right now.
I think he'll come instead of Sarr, instead of Tomori. I think Guehi's coming.
He did get a start last year, didn't he?
Yep.
In the EFL Cup.
Yeah, he did. He did against Man U. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah. But for me, I feel like the trend recently has been that they've been getting these star players from literally right out of the Premier League. Like they're taking it right from competition, and it's someone that like could steal a point from you. You know, like someone like Mane could bag in one goal and he could steal a point from you. Someone like Virgil van Dijk who can secure a point for you. So I feel like the key pieces that they've been able that have propelled them to championship status. I feel like it's because they've been taking it from Kunde.
He's a good defender.
Yeah, I really like Kunde.
I like Kunde, but I think I want to see him more this season to probably because I only see really much of him last season. This season will be a bigger test.
Wasn't Kunde part of the back line that conceded 4 to us though?
No,
he came off the bench. He came off
the bench and then he played.
But even still, that doesn't paint a good.
No. He wasn't playing in his position at all. He was playing right back.
I wouldn't judge him on that. I don't know if he's ready for the Premier League though in general, but I am a big fan of Kunde though.
Yeah, I think he's a good player, but
do you play career mode, either of you?
I do.
I used to a little bit, yeah. I haven't got the new FIFA though.
I play.
Good. They fixed crossing. God bless.
But where is Lewis?
I have absolutely no idea.
No clue. I think. Where's Lewis, by the way?
Go on. All right. So, to be perfectly honest, right? Do you think that we're going to see either Havertz? I mean, do you think we're going to see Havertz play in the Arsenal game?
I want him to play so that he shuts up all those deluded.
I am tempted to play, but on one condition: play him as a CAM role. Because how many times in it on the wing. Fail.
So are you asking?
You don't even have to play him as a number 10. We could play him like given the De Bruyne role, like where he has all the freedom to himself. Yeah, that could work as well.
Yes, exactly. He doesn't have to play the cam like in a cam position specifically to play as a cam like play style. You know, like it's not. I don't feel like positioning is his problem. I feel like it's more of like I do not think that Werner is out of confidence. I think Havertz is out of confidence.
I think so too. I think so too, because if I'm being honest, I've watched a lot of football for many years, and when midfielders tend to come to clubs, and they usually become a good box to box like Lampard, and when we look at some other ones like Thiago Alcantara, all these box to box midfielders, when they first came to the club, they were playing more as a number 10, and then when they got into their prime years, they started playing as a box to box midfielder. I personally don't think that he's ready yet to be a box-to-box midfielder, but I think when he reaches his prime, he'll be a really good one, though. Like, for now, I think he should be playing as a roaming 8, like what De Bruyne kind of plays like, or as a number 10. But if we don't want to go back to the 4-2-3-1 since the pivot thing doesn't really work for us, we should have given De Bruyne's role, because I think he was striving that for sure. Yeah. Because he'll have all the freedom to himself, and he'll create chances, he'll score goals. I think he's good at that.
I think it was the point that Lewis made last week on the phone in. He said that Havertz normally pops out during the second half of the season. And
the numbers in the second half of the season are 10 times better than the first.
He went into 2020 with 1 goal, and then he ended up with like 12 or 13. So I think he's going to do that again. And here in Barbados, I have a friend of mine that's a really big admirer. That's his favorite player, and he always says he usually starts off his season very slow, but then the second season he goes into it. But to go back to a point we were speaking about before, who would be a good replacement for if we had to get a centre half for Marquinhos? Like for Thiago Silva, I personally just think we should get Marquinhos.
100%. If we could just go and buy the best defender possible, we get Marquinhos. That would be my number one. If we want to be,
Martinez,
Liverpool's level, Liverpool's level, the same way they went out and they got Van Dijk when they knew they needed the best defender in the world. Yeah. If we want to do that, we got to go get Marquinhos.
Yeah, because he plays the same like Thiago Silva. That's basically a regen to Thiago Silva.
Exactly. Because we already have that big-bodied physical defender. We don't need that. We need someone that's
smart.
Like Marquinhos. Like we're not going to get to see any more Marquinhos or Thiago.
That's why I'm not really so excited about the Jimenez deal, because I feel like he's just like Zuma. I feel like he's
aggressive. Yeah, that doesn't work. And I realized like from the Vidic Ferdinand era that you always need that hard tackle, and then you need the composed one like Ferdinand. And now nowadays, if you look at Man United, the reason they're struggling because Lindelof and Maguire don't work.
Yeah. Maguire's a hard tackler though.
Yeah, but Lindelof has been on his day, he is as well. So,
and at the same time, it's I feel like Man United, they're a whole different conversation, because it's like the team that they have, it theoretically should work, but just for some reason it just sometimes doesn't. Like
terrible manager.
Yeah, maybe more they don't have a game plan when they go into the game. They're just like, give the ball to Bruno, see what he does. I feel like
they don't have as some of their fans say, it's freestyle football.
Yeah, it makes sense though. To be honest, that's the best kind of football. If you like, to watch at least, to watch. Oh, to watch at least is the best.
That isn't
success rate probably not. Success rate probably not.
But Marquinhos would be a good replacement for Silva because they play exactly the same way. They're both good on the ball. They could both pass really well, and both of them are the composed type of defenders. But Marquinhos could get aggressive because I saw him against United, and he could get aggressive as well. So that's a good option to have.
If PSG do end up getting David Alaba, I don't know why they would not sell Marquinhos. They have Kimpembe, who they're trying to really bring into the fold. So I don't know why they wouldn't try and sell Marquinhos.
I mean, I suppose they'll keep both though. They'll just keep Marquinhos and Kimpembe at centre back. That's such a good partnership. Maybe, yeah.
Bernat right now, right?
Yeah. He's injured though right now, so
yeah, he's not like he was good at. He was decent at
he's decent.
He was decent at Bayern, but when he went on to play,
then again, it's the French league, man. It's a farmers league. They literally do nothing.
Yeah,
Well, guys, I'm gonna head off.
Yeah, cool, bro.
See you guys. Great chatting with you.
Yes, sir. See you next time.
All right, guys. I think we're gonna wrap up the stream. Before we wrap up the stream, what are your predictions on Saturday, though? Any thoughts on Saturday? How we're gonna prepare against Arsenal? You know, let me know what your prediction on Saturday.
You know what? We're gonna keep it positive. We're gonna keep it positive. It's 3-0. Werner hat trick. It's coming. Let's go, boys. Come on,
Bookmark it, yeah, okay. And also, before we end the stream, I would like to say thank you to anyone to tune in the stream and to the phone in for the last, how long is it? About 3 hours-ish.
Yep.
And yeah, thank you guys for coming and tuning into this phone stream. You know, it's been a massive 3 points, a good day for Chelsea fans, and an early Christmas gift for all of us. You know, and for those of you who celebrate Christmas, and have a merry Christmas to some of you. You know,
Happy holidays.
And also, and Lewis is back. Any shout out Lewis before we end it?
Yeah, shout out to Lewis and Sammy for having us on. We'll have a good one.
Yeah, guys, thanks for jumping onto the live phone. And guys, I hope you lot have enjoyed this. It's been an extra long one, but we've all got comfortable. I hope you lot have a very good Christmas. The next one's going to be Arsenal.
Yeah.
I'll either be fuming or I'll be very happy. One of those two.
We're going to be happy.